the internet might actually blame you guys for it.
No,
Now,
they're
with this
not.
recent-
Don't worry, they're not.
But the little sly, I'm not gonna blame you for it. I take full responsibility. But the internet might. He was cough, cough, wink, wink. You guys, if it fails, it's Ethan's fault. I can't say it. You know, I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it. It's the equivalent of my lawyer says I can't say that iDubbbz is a goat fucker. There's no evidence to prove or disprove that iDubbbz fucks goats. Per my legal counsel, I can't say that, so I'm not. I am not saying that iDubbbz is a goat fucker. I won't say it. So it was a big deal, and they were well done, well put together, good jokes, good criticisms. They were more than just hit pieces. They were putting your content under a microscope and showing people why it's bad, and usually people agreed. But this is just pandering to an audience. This is just getting... These are just iDubbbz complaints. Where he gets there and talks about how his feelings are hurt, and the only people who are going to give a fuck are the Hassan-adjacent creators like himself. Alright, so Ethan has responded to the content deputy. Look, I was perfectly fine leaving this alone, moving on to the next drama. I find it... This is just another example of these people who say one thing and do another, and always want you to hold them to what they say and not what they do. Because iDubbbz and that content deputy constantly played the victim of how he got drug into this, blah, blah, blah. No, you inserted yourself into this. You could have waited until, like, then he bitched about the Creator Clash thing. You could have waited until after Creator Clash to drop that content cop. Like, there was absolutely no reason it needed to be dropped right then. You could have held on to these for, what, a month? Just wait it out a month. Focus on your event, have your event, and then have your internet drama. But you just couldn't wait. So you insert yourself into this. Then you want to play victim when he responds to it. And then you even say in that content, in the content deputy, and then you make a content deputy responding to the response. And talking about how you shouldn't respond to things because these internet things can go back and forth forever. He responds and you got to respond to the response. Yeah, he's going to respond to you. I don't know if he put that in the content deputy as like a way to hope that Ethan just wouldn't respond to him, that he can get the last word. But it's like he's becoming increasingly angry that he won't get the last word. But the more you respond, the more victim he becomes, even though he's the one who keeps making videos on you. It's fucking wild. But Ethan has responded. And he did it during his podcast. This is like 5 hours long. We're not, it's a little over 4 hours long. We're not watching the whole podcast. I'm kind of skipping around to it, so I'm going to try to hit some key points. If you guys do want to watch the whole podcast, the title of this episode is Responding to iDubbbz Content Deputy. Yeah, so it just flat out tells you what the topic of the podcast is going to be about. You can find that on the H3. Just search up H3 Podcast. Boom, there it is. If you want to watch the full 4 hours. It's not all on iDubbbz. It looks like this part starts about halfway through. So the last half seemed to be iDubbbz. Looks like he recaps the debate he had with Hassan, which I'm not going to go over because that's mostly political stuff and I don't give two absolute shits about politics, especially Middle Eastern politics where I know nothing about them. I know no one who lives over there. I'm never going to visit over there. Absolutely nothing over there has anything to do with me, so I have no opinion on it. Unlike most of the white people on the internet who pretend to care, I'm just going to be honest and say, I don't care. I don't care. Israel, Palestine, whatever. Just, I'll let people who know more about that situation than me be the ones to handle that and talk about that. And I'm just going to avoid the topic because I know nothing about it. So I have no frame of reference there. And he says he's addressing... he's recapping the debate he had with Hassan, which was mostly on politics, and he's going to address the lies. So I'm assuming he means when Hassan lied about politics. So that's why I'm not covering that. I don't really care about that stuff. And then there's what else is on here. He covers fan art, Joe Rogan, talks about Joe Rogan. More debate recap continues. Looks like that takes up another 30 minutes. Mike from PA's death threat. Okay, hold on. Let's cover that first, and then we'll get into the content deputy here, because I do want to know about Mike from PA's death threat that I'm sure he's going to cover for us here. Mike from PA's death threat.
badge of honor.
Ahmad. So this is Mike from PA who yesterday, and this isn't the first time. The first time he's did a death threat, he got punished. He said he offered $100,000 to anybody that would kill Destiny. He got a
Yeah, I don't know how that's not like an actual breaking of the law. I remember when he did that, when he like straight up put a bounty on another streamer's head. And if I'm not mistaken, if you offer money to put a hit out on somebody in the real world, that's conspiracy to commit murder. That's an actual crime. So I don't know how he's not in more trouble for that, but looks like he's doing it again.
a 1-day ban for that. Now
One-day
he's
ban.
issuing threats of violence against me again, so it's not even his first time. And he is, I literally reported this from my user account on Twitch because we were like, let's see what happens.
Oh, that's another thing. Maybe he's going to cover it here. But I was seeing reports that people were trying to mass report Hassan and Mike from PA and Denims and Frogan and that whole group of people, especially after Asmongold called for their ban. And after like an hour of reports coming in, now you can't report them. Like you just straight up can't report anyone in that group. The level of protection they have on that platform is insane. You straight up can't report them. You fill out the form, you go to report them, and then it says internal error. It just won't process it at all. It won't give you a reason. It just won't work. Just won't work. Let's see if it does it to Ethan though, because I am. It's going to be wild if he gets the error live on stream.
If I log into my H3 Productions account and I say this person's threatened me, and then I can not be like someone else, say like me, and it's from a big account. Our H3 channel has 100,000 followers. He has faced no repercussions for this. Watch this.
Can I say something? Can I say something? And it's I really like that these people did this. But I gotta be honest, with my experience in life with people like Ethan, the only thing that ever knocks them out of their fucking spiraling is the rod.
The rod?
It's the stick. It's not the carrot. Like he feels like he's
What's
bullying
the stick,
you.
bud?
He feels like he's hurting you. He's not.
I feel like fucking Mike from Breaking Bad during this point where he's having the carrot and the stick conversation with Nacho and Better Call Saul. And he's like, is that a big enough stick for you? Tuco Salamanca? Yeah, it's... No one ever says the stick comment and it not be a threat. But let's see if he goes mask off and just makes the threat. I want to see if he reports him after this and gets the actual error.
Not gonna stop until he's.
By the way, all the comments are like, for real. Exactly. Can you imagine if I was like, the only way to fucking stop Mike from PA is to like beat his ass, which by the way is a hypothetical. Nobody should ever do that, right? I would never call for violence. People in the chat wouldn't be like, yeah, let's fuck him up.
Right.
They would not do that. People would say, whoa, why'd you say that? And that's part of it too. I think our community, everyone wants to characterize them as like this unhinged harassers. Ian calls you guys a cult in his new video. And it's like, I think our community is really reasonable.
Yeah, they're filled with normal people.
Really fair. And I think
That's
good people too.
shotgun
The
that guy
values
killed me
that
with.
we uphold are good.
Yeah, they're just
You know,
normal people.
He's bleeding
doing
out
normal
of the corner
people
of his
shit.
mouth. And I get it. I want to be empathetic. Like I understand the value
Hold
of
on, let me
empathy.
go back because this is.
It's not the carrot. Like he feels like he's bullying you. He feels like he's hurting you. He's not going to stop until he's bleeding out of the corner of his mouth.
And by the way,
Okay, seems like a
I mean, this
pretty-
guy's always acting.
pretty bold-faced threat.
He's the most pathetic-looking loser.
Ooh, play the clip. Play the clip. Play the clip where he touches Bad Bunny, and it's the most cringy clip on the fucking internet. Where he's, I'm sorry, I just trying to get your attention. The most soy fucking person on the planet. It's always the most soy motherfuckers who act like they're tough, as long as they're not like in person. You see this dude in person, you will get none of this energy. Absolutely fucking none. I promise you.
Who are you kidding? You're talking about, in my experience in life, the only way people react is the stick. It's like, dude, you don't leave your house. And when you do, women recoil in horror and they force you back.
Show it, play it.
Your best friend.
Pull the clip.
Pull the fucking clip. Your
Yes,
best
play the
friend
clip, play the
recoiled
clip,
in
play the clip.
horror. Actually, you were apparently dating her. She literally like,
They weren't
dating
dating.
in
They
his
were never
mind, it
dating.
seems like.
yeah,
I don't know.
in the incel type of sense, where it's like, I actually just, I buy you stuff and I do everything for you, but I get nothing in return. I mean,
Yeah,
what
he's
a
a simp.
loser, Mike.
He's simping.
Mike, please
Big
stop trying to be tough.
simping.
Okay. I am so far from a tough
Pull
guy.
the clip.
And of all the people that I think I could fight
I thought he
and
was
win
going to play the
against,
clip.
there's Big Nick and there's
I
Mike
was
from
excited
PA.
to see it again.
It's a short list. Very short list.
I get it. I want to be empathetic.
he's not gonna play the
I
clip.
understand the value of empathy. I understand the value of trying to reach out to someone. But somebody like Ethan, he needs to see some stars before he's gonna fucking back down.
As everybody knows, it's the well researched and supported. The best way to convince someone to do something you want is violence.
Yes, to threaten them. That's why torture
works.
notoriously
And
works.
so I just would not do this. Like, and I know that a lot of them have since come out and said, well, that didn't work because they legitimately tried. And so I don't think that they were wrong to try this. It's just with people like Ethan Klein, until he feels the pressure, he's not going to stop.
Yeah, whatever. Dude, you're a giant loser. Like, actually, like, and please,
loser.
please.
The actual embodiment of a loser.
And please, bro, this is, look at
That's
this.
fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think they.
Yeah, there it is. There's the
Your
clip.
attention.
That's him.
I feel like I touched like
Getting your
a vampire
attention.
touching holy water.
can I help you?
Yes,
I
go.
think they want to go in.
Okay.
Oh, it's so hard to watch. God, it's so cringe.
I think even Schmeagol is more appealing, frankly.
Jesus. Like,
think
how do you
Bones,
have the balls? How do you have the balls to talk shit about anybody on the internet when that clip of you exists? Like, that's it. You're done. You're cooked. Like, there's nothing you could say to anyone ever. Because all I got to do is point to that clip and be like, what happened there, bud? What happened there, bud? Jesus.
Hotter. More sex appeal
Ugh.
than Mike from PA. Mike from PA, when he enters a room of women, their vaginas dry up. Their vaginas turn to the Sahara Desert.
They close up. Those
It's rumored-
clams
it's
go
rumored
shut.
that When he
They shut
enters
their
a room
clams.
full of women, sand comes out of their vagina. It's what I've heard.
Oh my God.
That's
dude.
Mike from PA, everybody.
Do we need to watch it one more time?
You want to? Yeah. You're right. We should watch that one more time.
In case you needed clarification, iDubbbz, since you want to know what shit talking sounds like, that's shit talking. Do women's vaginas actually, do their clams actually close and dry up when Mike walks in a room? I don't know, maybe. Probably not, though. That's shit talking. It's not shit talking if it's true. When Ethan's just saying true stuff about you, that's not shit talking. If he was doing this, though. Jesus. Good joke, though. It's a sick burn.
Time. By the way, and he has not been punished by Twitch at all for calling
Nope.
for violence, but
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think they. I'm
It's
just
shown again.
getting your attention. I feel like I touched like.
Oh,
a
God,
vampire
it is
touching
so
holy
hard to
water.
watch.
can I
Like,
help you?
I'm
he
feeling
says, I'm a
cringe
vampire
by
touching
association.
holy water.
Oh my god.
It does sting.
Talk about low self-esteem.
Oh, cringe.
You know,
If you ever thought that you were bad at talking to women, then just compare yourself to Mike from PA. And there you go.
holy shit, bro. You know what stops people like this? Holy water.
So yeah, I don't know about that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did this before.
Yeah, this is not even the first time he's done death threats. So I mean, he should be permanently banned. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. And so should Hassan. I mean, it's clear as day in the TOS. It goes, support for terrorist orgs, glorifying, justifying any terrorist organization is grounds for suspension.
You didn't
He
know,
should be-
dude?
he
It's
should be
rules for
permanently
thee
banned.
and
It's not
not
even
for
a
me.
question. You know?
then yeah, I'm a fucking terrorism supporter. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, no.
Rules for
That's
thee
what
and
I'm
not for
talking
me,
about.
man.
Yeah, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. All right, so with all that.
All right. So that's Mike from PA's death threat. Let's jump into his response to iDubbbz here. Like I said, I'm gonna skip around this. If he starts trailing off or doing something, then we'll skip forward. But all right, I just wanted to cover the Mike from PA death threat. All right, and now we'll go to iDubbbz. There it is. And let's see.
Who's ready to watch?
Oh, he just
right,
sorry.
so we get his
he
response
just
to this
donated
now.
another and said, "I forgot to add her name, Kendall." Shout out to Kendall is his wife.
Shout out to Kendall. All right, who's ready?
No one wants to watch this trash.
Without further ado.
I am ready. I'm in dance. I'm switching. I accidentally switched to my empty chair. I am ready.
It's this one for the computer.
Got it. Thank you. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
This is the infamous content deputy. Following the critically acclaimed content cop. Can he do it again?
Nope.
Let's find out.
Nope.
Bro is literally starting off with Home Alone style music. Like, dude, he's just.
Yeah, where's the what we
Explain
do
to me,
here? Let's
please.
go.
I'm sorry, I'm already pausing it. Fuck.
Yep. No, just play.
Play the fucking clip, Ethan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode
What
of...
was the joke?
There was
Just
none.
that you're random and quirky? Like, I genuinely think he forgot
He's a boxer.
what a joke is or how to be funny. I don't know what's happening here. Dude, see, he got me thinking about Macaulay Culkin putting, like, spikes on the stairs or some shit. With that mischievous music.
I might skip forward if he's gonna get this caught up
Hello,
on the
everyone.
intro.
Welcome back to another episode of Content Deputy. Now, normally in a Content Deputy, I would dance around in my cop outfit in the woods, but this video isn't going to have any of that fanfare. We're just going to get straight.
So he's like, you know, usually I put effort into these videos.
But not today.
But this time, in keeping with the first one, I'm actually just going to sit here and talk to you.
Yeah, this isn't a content deputy, and the other one wasn't a content cop. They were both just repackaged versions of his iDubbbz complains videos that no one liked and no one watched because it was, well, just that. Him sitting there complaining about shit that doesn't matter and showing how silly he is. But apparently he thinks that is an excellent content format for content, and he's sticking to it, man. He is doubling down.
Wasn't this series supposed to be like funny and entertaining and interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an iDubbbz complains video.
Okay, well, it's good. He's getting right to the point.
Straight into it. I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anissa.
Now, I don't know what on earth, first of all, would make you think I was going to act like an adult. Wasn't that, and by the way, wasn't that the whole reason he was calling me out? He's like, this guy is so immature, he's unhinged, he's psychotic, and then he's like, I expected him to act like an adult. It's like, no, you didn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I expected him to do all of the things I said he's not. What?
About you loser bitch.
Just tell me, did he act like an adult in the first one? Because like the Fortnite dance.
Dan, you have the button back there?
Did we already forget?
Do you got the button?
You're going to want to
We might need it.
Short-term memory.
familiarize yourself with that button, Dan.
Oh, the Fortnite button?
Yeah.
Dan is in the restroom.
Oh my God, everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no one there to.
You stuck
There's
with
no
me.
one there to
I'm
hit
trying
the
to find
button
it.
if you go off it.
Yeah,
go off
and then he
script
goes-
if you go unhinged.
That was my first reaction. Was like, why
Good.
did you think I was? I disagree with the premise that I'm acting childish or something, which I have no problem with. But you know, of course I'm gonna act. What do you expect? Is that the whole point of your video?
Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
First of all, it wasn't desperate. It was very easy. Second of all,
True.
Oh my god.
This is the other thing. I gotta let it play more.
is
I'll let it play.
God, you could hear it in Gila's voice too. Like she is exhausted by this shit. Like this level of stupidity. I totally get it. Like this level of stupidity is exhausting.
Play more.
Difficult to get
it is.
through.
It is. I don't know if you know this, but the last year they lost $250,000. To be charitable, you actually have to give money to charity, Hassan. You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
Ethan,
Dude is literally posting my dubs.
So I guess like, what did
Yeah,
you
he's
think that
literally
was off
posting
the
my dubs.
table? Because like the minute you made Content Cop,
Well, I already.
everything's on the table.
I agree. And by the way, I already explained when the CPS call was made that the rules of engagement had changed for me.
Yeah.
So like I have no qualms, but yeah, not even besides that, everything's on the table. And even besides that, I don't even think I did attack his charity event.
I mean, we're just talking about it.
Like Hassan brought it up, like, oh, you're attacking a charity event.
True. How does he leave that context out? Oh, of course, because that's the guy giving him his new marching orders. But yeah, you completely leave out the fact that Hassan brought it up. Ethan didn't attack your charity. Hassan brought it into the conversation. Seemed like Ethan was perfectly fine not mentioning it.
It's like, I don't even think I did do that. I had no problem with Lena continuing to do the event. I wasn't going to promote the event after you did that. Why the fuck should I do that? He's like, oh, and you're not even going to like have.
He won't even promote his own event, man. Why should anyone promote that event when he doesn't do it? He doesn't require his fighters to do it. He's like, Anissa puts it on her fucking Twitter bio, boxing promoter married to a boxer. Oh, she got memed to death for putting married to a boxer on there, and everybody said married to a boxer doesn't box because he hasn't been in the last 2 creator clashes, and she changed it to married to a YouTuber. So this is clearly getting to them. But yeah, she's a boxing promoter who doesn't promote, and he's a boxer who doesn't box.
Have me on the podcast to promote the event, even though I made this video saying you're hallucinating about anti-Semitism. He's divorced from reality.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was more than fair.
Divorced from reality and married to Hassan.
And by not going after his event. Even now, I haven't really gone after his event. I don't think that hard anyway.
I mean, our main conversations about it have been because Lena is a part of the event. So obviously we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and that, by the way, was in response to Hassan being like, oh, you're attacking a charity event. So once again, a little out of context. And by the way, that was from Friday, and he just posted this. Like, bro is literally...
I need to make that for my stream. Them doing the Fortnite dance with the opacity on it, so you can overlay it over top of something and still see what's underneath. I want to do that on my stream.
Really throwing these videos together. Thank you, Dan. You found it. This man said to me, I thought you would act like an adult. Did you think that when you were Fortnite dancing, Elling with all of the people that have been trying to ruin my life? Sorry.
Ethan and Hila are well aware that we raised $1.3 million for charity.
Cool. How'd it go the second time?
Okay.
The first year of Creator Clash. The second year...
Why? I mean, yeah, we're the ones that were supporting you, remember?
Yeah, we're well aware because we're the ones that fucking basically made that event successful for you.
Because you promoted it more than they did.
Loss, and I take full responsibility for that. We'll did band together. The community and the fighters involved ended up raising $175,000 for charity.
That's fun. You could have done that without the event. People spent. He's trying to justify this. You had people spending money to go to your event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Their money did not go to charity. It went to lavish fucking parties.
Yeah, you lost money.
And there was an anecdote, I don't know if we recovered it, of Anissa being like, we went to the lavish ball, this huge party where everyone was celebrating, and we knew we had already lost money, but we had to go there at the ball and celebrate with everyone. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They were obviously Jewish.
Okay, well, that's irrelevant. I don't know why that's relevant.
That's a really hard question.
She doesn't have any wacky thoughts about the Nazis, does she?
As terrible as the Holocaust was,
Oh my
obviously
God.
it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people, gay people,
Oh my
handicaps,
God.
twins, and obviously they were obviously Jewish.
Stop it. Anisha, I gotta stop you. That is
Jesus
just horrible.
Christ.
And I think if people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than
No,
what you're
stop.
expecting.
Stop. Stop. God,
They
what is
found
wrong with her?
a couple of really
No, they
groundbreaking
didn't.
Really? Really?
They didn't. Anisha.
Yeah, that is the big like right-wing dog whistle cope that they use to be like, well, the Nazis weren't all bad because a lot of scientific advancements came from their experiments. There's no evidence of that. Absolutely no evidence of that. That is just straight up made up.
Just stop.
Jewish.
So yeah, the second time I guess someone else was in charge of the budgeting.
Oh please, bullshit!
and-
It's their event. He said he takes responsibility for it.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that everything was handled ahead of time, and then
I accept zero.
It's their event.
This is what it means.
No, 100%.
They saw the budget. They knew what they were doing. Everything went by them. To be like, oh, it's another department's budget. Like he didn't look at the.
Yeah, their fucking names on it. They sign off on it. They were the event organizers. I mean, they never mentioned having an accountant, but even if they did, the accountant's going to crunch the numbers and run it by them, and they have to sign off on it. Like, the buck stops with them. There's no way you can't take accountability for it. And to his credit, he said he takes full responsibility, which means that he should for this one as well. Instead of, but the little sly, I'm not going to blame you for it. I take full responsibility. But the internet might, he was, cough, cough, wink, wink, you guys. If it fails, it's Ethan's fault. I can't say it. I'm not saying it. But I'm saying it. It's the equivalent of my lawyer says I can't say that iDubbbz is a goat fucker. There's no evidence to prove or disprove that iDubbbz fucks goats. Per my legal counsel, I can't say that. So I'm not. I am not saying that iDubbbz is a goat fucker. I won't say it. Even though I just said it. Yeah. Yeah, it's that old trick. I said I'm not saying that. Yeah, but you put the idea in everyone else's head. That's the idea. It's a manipulation tactic.
Budget, he didn't understand him. Please, bro. There's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars that they would have gone to charity if they weren't like
hosting so many.
Fly Frogan after not Denim's out. They flew Denim's out to sit there in the audience. You used people's charity money to.
Are we sure about that?
I've said it before. He corrected me. And he corrects things that are true.
I mean the fighters got their flights.
I heard. I don't know. I think I saw.
Some of them. If there's any truth behind the Airsoft Fatty video that we covered, which I'm shocked other commentators haven't covered. Maybe it's because Airsoft Fatty's a lol cow, which just kind of plays to what Airsoft Fatty said in that video, where like. He's not treated the same, and he's not treated the same in this space either. Like, I do think bigger commentary channel should have covered it, because if there's any truth to what he's saying, then that's a big red flag there. That like speaks to their character, because yeah, fighters got flown out, fighters got paid, but according to Airsoft Fatty, he didn't. He didn't get paid. He got flown out, but he didn't get paid. He did it for free. He didn't get paid. So either they're lying when they said all the fighters got paid, or Airsoft Fatty's lying. But he says that they blocked him, which I believe, and that they used him for content, which I also believe. Yeah, they just treated him like he wasn't a person, which I'm willing to believe that. Whether or not like he actually got paid or not, he didn't show any receipts in the video, but. iDubbbz hasn't given us a lot of reason to trust him here lately, so I don't know.
Maybe on the Diorio stream that they were
Diorio wouldn't cover it either.
Influencers and hosting galas and like putting them up for the event.
I think he did, and the real reason is because I don't think she can afford her own airfare.
Well, maybe the entertainment, if they were part of the entertainment or whatever, but I don't think just
Denims was part of the entertainment.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Denims was.
She sits there in a low-cut shirt and shows off her streaming personalities. That's what she does. It's the only reason anyone watches her, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Spin a plate on her nose?
As I'm saying, I don't think she was one that was paid for.
I think they did.
We don't know. We don't know for sure.
I think they did. I think they did. But whatever, who cares? They've still lost money either way.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
It's been really disheartening to see
explain how
often
you lose so
Ethan
much
will
money.
Attack Creator Clash.
Shoe Nice is in chat. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I need to cover that video too. Shoe Nice made a video on him that got deleted off the internet, but I found it, and I need to cover it where he made a message to Ethan similar to how to what Airsoft Fatty did. Although his doesn't seem like he's responding to anything that Ethan did. He's just self-inserting himself into this and giving his advice, which is terrible. But it's worth a watch simply because he thought it was bad enough to delete it and wants it off the internet, which makes me want to react to it so that now there's a copy of it that he can't control. That's the true value of commentary channels, is we preserve parts of the internet that they may decide they don't want out there anymore. So people can remember the things they did and how the audience reacted to it at the time.
He says, my pussy itches, so I told her to take a shower.
Oh.
I'm not really sure what that means, but I figured.
You're not?
Oh, man. Here we go.
Dewey's in chat, boys and
Welcome
girls.
back.
It's always fun.
Because I don't wipe my ass, bro.
Hopefully we'll get him on the phone here sometime.
Sure. Sure. Sounds great.
Let me see here.
Nicholas DeOrio broke down the situation in detail.
Oh, so
Because the second year we decided to do.
maybe you guys can confirm, but I think it was from Harley's conversation with the Oreo that Harley spilled the beans about how they flew influencers out.
I don't think
the
it was
second one.
I don't think it was I think it's well known that they paid for all that shit. I mean, how else do you lose $250,000? And that
I mean, it was well known, but it was confirmed by Harley during that phone call. Like, everybody speculated, but he just, like, basically said, yeah, you guys are right. That is what's happening. That's how it went down. He just confirmed it, basically.
that event was huge. It seemed like it was a huge success.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, we got people were
pirating.
It's like, give me a break,
yeah.
dude." Anyway, here's this story. This is the only place we could find it, is this Asmongold clip.
Charity. Meanwhile, they were hosting lavish gala events to process their emotions. Nicholas DeOrio broke down the situation in detail.
Because the second year we decided to do the gala, which everybody complained about. Not everybody, but some people were like up their ass about us like doing the gala.
And they're up their ass that we had a gala. There was no money for charity. We rented out a fucking hotel.
And we had all these feelings that we hadn't processed. The second year,
They had to
which, by the
process.
way,
We had to have a gala, guys. We got to process our emotions.
we knew that we had lost money on the event, and we had to go to the gala.
Wait, that's even funnier. I didn't even think of that. I didn't realize the gala came after. So they sat there drinking champagne, knowing that no money went to fucking. It's so much worse than I thought.
And it was like this magical, like, movie moment where it felt like this was the right thing to do for everyone as a thank you.
And now they're doing
What
it
about the kids with cancer, Anissa? I'm
Yeah.
so glad the fighters
Let's
got
not
an
bring
open
those up.
bar. Those kids still got cancer. Hopefully not.
Well,
Maybe.
to be fair,
Well, some of them are dead and some of them made it.
everything was paid for ahead of time. So I mean, they couldn't just cancel. Again, I agree with you saying that it should not be in the budget initially.
You definitely can cancel stuff. You can probably still save some money. Yeah.
But it was like right after the event.
If they
Well,
attended
I mean, I
knowing
could-
that
I
they
could be
lost
wrong.
money, there's always things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. I just want to say that it appears that Anissa was just dumping right now in our podcast.
Does she not know that this is not what podcasting?
I thought you're not supposed to be
Yeah,
dumping
this isn't
on a
what
podcast.
podcasting
That
is.
looks like
Horrible.
dumping. That
This
looks like
is your
dumping.
emotional dumping ground. It's horrible.
I can't believe this world where I'm watching LolCow live and celebrating Keemstar's content.
I know.
And I'm in a bitter death feud with iDubbbz. How is this world real?
Oh my God! Keemstar sent me a tweet directly. I could not believe that. He sent me a DM of this lolcow tweet.
Ban Emma Panda.
This was a banger tweet. I saw this on the subreddit. Dear iDubbbz, it's over, brother. Time to get a show on the LolCow LCU network and have Keemstar save your career.
Yeah, it's not necessarily on the LolCow main show. It might be like an off one.
Yeah.
It's on the network, which I agree. I don't think they're ready for the prime show.
To be honest, even if he was open to it, I don't think he would be good on LolCow because
Right?
he's not funny. He's
Which
very
is
boring.
why
He's
maybe
very
they
dull.
can start as a sideshow of like a couple.
I think even that would get canceled.
It might.
I don't even think he's lolcow material.
I told Keemstar Bo Black still has my vote.
Me too. All day, every day.
It's not even a question.
Unfortunately,
All day,
Bobby
every day.
does belong on Lolcow Live. Fast as fuck, boy.
Our charity event.
You can't blame Ethan for coming at your business ventures when you came at his career too. Like the moment that you try to get somebody canceled, in my opinion, all bets are off.
Thank you.
True.
Yeah. So just love the idea of
True.
them at the open bar with all these fucking influencers that they paid to be there, and they're just
We're in a world where Asmongold gets to be one of the world's biggest streamers for having normal people takes. Because everybody's like, based iDubbbz, or not iDubbbz. iDubbbz not based. Jesus Christ. Everybody's like, based Asmongold. I'm like, he just said the normal person thing. Like, he didn't say anything profound. He just said what normal people should say and think during that instance.
still there, like Anissa's. It was a
He has the normie take.
magical evening. This was the right thing to do.
And we all did it for charity.
And then this guy has the balls to accuse me of trying to go after a charity event. Bro, these people, the 180,000 that you raised, they could have just given it to charity.
Why did it make me drop my other gun?
Right? We don't need you to be doing live streams. And by the way, how'd the live stream go the last time you did it? I recall the biggest donator was me for $1,000. How much did you raise? Like $12,000, you loser?
Jewish.
What is that? Why? Why that, Anissa? I don't know.
Through us,
Lightsaber
or
is so
attack us
useless.
through Creator Clash.
Ian and Anissa, masters of putting on an event.
He's reposting random troll
That's
accounts
it?
that are very
That's
easy to
that's your evidence that I'm trying to ruin the event by taking a subtle jab at you? By the way, I'm not even attacking the event.
Yep.
I'm saying you're an incompetent leader, and let's be frank.
Thank you. That's what I said at the time. I was like, he's attacking you and your mishandling of the event. The event's fine. It's just got a bad person in charge of it, and he's ruining it. That's an attack on you, dumbass.
I mean, the record speaks for itself, right?
Creator Clash through us, or attack us through Creator Clash.
Ian and Anissa, masters of putting on an event. That's it? That's not even that bad.
Yeah, it was nothing. It's just he is just everything that hurts his feelings is an attack. This fucking soy loser.
Just a little sarcastic? I don't know, bro.
Reposting random troll accounts that are very easy to vet. If you click on this profile, it has a bunch of Sam Hyde adjacent posts, and it just hates Anissa and I.
So looking at these, what are Sam Hyde adjacent posts? Just somebody who happens to also follow Sam Hyde? I mean, these seem like normal tweets that you should be reacting to, that you should be responding to. Hey, where's my refund? You're not responding to my emails. All right, the training one's probably not that great. Please ditch the hoe. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, so what if he's a fucking Sam Hyde follower? It's like a request for a refund is valid and all the other stuff is valid. I mean, he's a little abrasive with his shit talking, and that's what actual shit talking looks like, iDubbbz. But so what? So he fucking quoted that guy. That guy is one of many who want refunds for the event that you should be responding to.
Come on, dude. You're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge.
Do it.
He's
Do it.
highlighting-
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I don't
Call him
know
a cuck.
what
Do
his
it.
deal is. He did this in the last one.
Do it. 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 Call him a cuck. Call him a cuck. Content cuck.
Where he's like, you didn't even vet this person fully before you
Famous Icarus.
Yeah, Icarus. But he's drowned. I don't know. He's drowned.
Oh yeah, the person that he didn't vet because he quoted the wrong account. He just hastily put together his content cup. Rules for thee, but not for me, gentlemen.
He's in the bath. He's flying. I don't know. There's all kinds of Icaruses. What does it have to do with the fact? Like, contend with what's in the statement.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at all where it came from. This isn't an own. It's fucking weird. And what does Sam Hyde adjacent mean? What does that even mean? Is he
Person who follows Sam Hyde. That's it. That's all it means. Someone who follows him to look at his tweets or, maybe watches his content. Just anyone who's had any contact with Sam Hyde, apparently.
Is he a Sam Hyde fan? No. Is he Sam Hyde adjacent? What does that mean? Here's the tweets he showed.
See, Sam Hyde, when I hear adjacent like that, when I'm like hearing that this person is so-and-so adjacent, like if someone's like, he's Joe Rogan adjacent, okay, I'm thinking like one of Joe Rogan's friends, you know, frequent guests on the podcast that have content of their own similar to his, so they're adjacent to him. You know, other comedians like Tom Segura or that Duncan Trussell guy. Yeah, like I'm expecting those to be Joe Rogan adjacent. But random, you know, Glub Shitto number 482 that just happens to follow Joe Rogan, that's not Joe Rogan adjacent. That's just someone who follows Joe Rogan.
Shows. It uses a slur, but how is that? Okay, Sam Hyde adjacent. Okay. And then he says this.
And I. Come on, dude. You're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge.
First of all,
do it.
Again,
do it. Take the plunge.
I never called you a cuck. I'm not doing those low blows, right? And by the way, if I were to call you a cuck, it's not because you enjoy watching your wife get railed, which maybe, I don't know. It's probably because you have a humiliation phallus. You like watching yourself get railed by me. I think that makes Anissa the cuck. I think technically, right, she would be the cuck. But like, no,
yeah, she's watching him get fucked in the ass. When it's a girl, it's a cuck queen, sir. Okay, it's different. It's more civilized and acceptable and hot, very hot. I mean, not if you're watching your dude get done by another dude, but like, you know, a girl watching. Wait, is it a cuck queen if the girl? Well, I know it's a cuck queen when the girl watches her man sleep with other girls. But if the girl watches her man do gay stuff, maybe that is just a regular cuck. I don't know. I'm not up on my kinks here, guys. Maybe Ethan's right.
I've never taken that cheap shot at you, no matter how bad you want me to, so that you can just say I did. And
not only did we not take it, we were the ones defending you when people were doing that. We were right there with you defending you.
I'll do it.
And Hassan did the same thing. He goes, Hassan Piker. He was like, was talking about Hassan Minaj, or no, not Minaj, the guy who's on CNN and.
Hassan Minaj.
He's a political
Mehdi Hassan, or
yeah,
no?
Mehdi Hassan.
Oh yeah.
Or no, sorry. He was talking about Hassan Nasrallah. And he's like Ethan. Sorry.
Very different Hassan.
He was talking about my take about his standing Hassan Nasrallah.
Okay.
The former leader of Hezbollah. He's dead as fuck now.
More Middle Eastern
rest
stuff.
in
I don't
piss,
know about.
by the way.
So not gonna comment on that.
He's like, oh really? Ethan's like, oh Hassan, what's the difference? They're all the same. And I'm like, I did not say that.
I see,
for the record.
Yeah.
You guys want me to be that
They
fucking
want you
pathetic.
to be that, yeah.
And somehow it works where he's like, yeah, no, he called me a cuck.
Yeah, even if you don't do it, then they just imagine you doing it and convince their audience that you did it because they know no one in their audience will ever fact check anything they say. And if someone shows them the opposite, they'll just scream hater, or they'll try to like put blinders on and pretend that they didn't see it, or say it's fake news, or whatever the, you know, Hassan equivalent of fake news is. Yeah, it's whatever they say is gospel, and you don't have to actually do the thing. Just being accused of it makes you guilty. And then they try to bait you into doing it, so then they can reference that and go, see, he did it. Now, he's smart not to do it. I will admit it would be a lot funnier if he did.
Anissa and I. Come on, dude. You're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge.
Because I shared something from a Sam Hyde adjacent account.
But also, like, what was the claim in those comments? That people were waiting for refunds?
Yeah, it was just.
Yes,
so
there we go.
She addressed that.
She
maybe
read
actually
it.
Say something of substance, like, no, people were appropriately refunded, or, you know, I don't know. Tell us what's happening.
He's mad that I posted this screenshot. She said, in the midst of this huge controversy with Creator Clash, she did this classic move where it's like, I am so unbothered right now. And by the way, you should be bothered. It's your event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are not doing well in this, and you
Yeah, I need a refund. Please stop ignoring my emails. So that request for a refund and calling you out for ignoring his request for a refund is completely irrelevant because that guy also follows Sam Hyde and posts memes. That's it. Like, if you follow Sam Hyde and post memes, apparently that makes you ineligible for a refund.
You shouldn't be all like blasé about it. I'm going on a girls trip to Austin next week. I'm so excited. And then someone jokingly said, I need a refund. Please stop ignoring my emails.
I
Just
wouldn't even
because
say
he's
they're
Sam Hyde
jokingly
Jason, whatever
saying
the fuck
it.
that means doesn't mean it's not funny. Okay. Let's be clear here.
I would argue it doesn't even mean it's not serious. Maybe he did buy a ticket and he was going to go there to meme. Whatever his reason, he gave you money. I would, whether or not, like, you don't know if that guy bought a ticket or not. So the least you can do is respond to him to see if it's true. But it's a bad look, even if it's a meme account, for you to ignore requests for emails and not just give a copy pasted PR answer like, please send all your requests to blah, blah, blah. Our blah, blah, blah will handle it, or, you know, we'll be looking into that. Yeah, just something. Just a response is better than nothing. Or the fucking, like, crash out responses that they have where, oh, you're Sam Hyde fan. You know, just give the PR response. Think about the business you're supposed to be running here. Give a PR response and move on. Like, how hard is that?
You know.
Keep playing it.
I will. Okay, don't push.
If you click on this profile, it has a bunch of Sam Hyde adjacent posts,
Such a
and it just
stupid
hates
claim.
Anissa and I. Come on, dude, you're one step away from calling me a cock. Just take the plunge.
Because this video, I'm wondering if Ethan will call it out or pick up on it. Because this video ain't made for you, it ain't made for me, it's not made for anyone except for Hassan fans. This is more just catering to that base. That's all this is. It's a propaganda piece to cater to that base that loves to hear propaganda pieces. They eat the propaganda slop up. They love hearing it, and they want to hear more of it. It's why they're there. This is it. This is his new crowd.
He's highlighting this post that equates Creator Clash to a crypto rug pull.
That's good shit, bro. You're posting my dubs. Harley dropped out 48 hours ago. Lena dropped out 24 hours ago. Website is unchanged. No announcements on social. And Anissa is active on socials talking about going on vacation. Now, what do you think?
Yeah, all of that is valid. All of that's very valid. Your fighters start dropping off like flies, and you don't update your website. Like, all of those fighters are still on the website slated as being fighters in the event, and they're not going to be. You're still selling tickets off of that website based off that card, which is now inaccurate, and instead of addressing it, instead of fixing it, what do? You announce you're going on vacation. Yeah, all of this is very valid, dude. Very valid criticism.
Think's more important to address here, buddy? The context of the accusation or the fact that I posted it?
Mm-hmm.
Grow up. Get your head out of your ass, bro. This is real shit you need to be talking about.
Yup.
And this is part of the blackpilling too, is like, this is the snark brain. I don't know. Like, what is happening? This is iDubbbz.
Snark brain.
Yeah.
How the fuck can a spaceship stall? A TIE fighter just stalled. Sorry.
What is happening?
I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate.
Okay.
It depends who you're talking about.
He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
Oh, that's the same guy.
You and Mike need to square up. Bunch of tough guys.
There's a fight I'd want to see. You want to save your Creator Clash, just start fighting your own. Do a you versus Mike from PA fight. That I'd want to see.
That might save the event. iDubbbz fighting Mike from PA.
Yeah!
I think Mike from PA is like
exactly.
5'3". Like, actually, I think he's actually like 5'3". They might be in the same weight class though.
Play the fucking clip, Ethan.
Play the fucking
He's saying
clip.
the event is going to be worse than TanaCon?
That's a joke, bro. That's
That was
like
a good joke.
And by the way,
Obviously
that's a good,
joke.
funny, ironic joke.
And it's a funny
you're
joke.
Mr. Tana Content Cop. N-word. Hey, N-word, dude. Remember that one? Anissa is a terrible person, a wretched friend, and an even worse organizer. Well, he said, and by the way, I said Creator Clash 3 is about to make TanaCon look like the Golden Globes. That's a funny joke. I know you don't remember what that is, But the fact that you're bitching and crying about this post, just holy shit, bro.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
It's watching this
so
video.
Soy.
I don't know how to live in this world because it's like, I live in a world where enough people, at least, like obviously the vast majority of people downvoted this before I even talked about it, but it has 140,000 likes. How do we live in a world where a substantial amount of people are watching this and saying yes? I don't know how to process that. Like, I don't. And it's the same thing with the Hassan debate. It's connected.
The glasses keep
I don't know if I don't know if anyone else at home has an explanation for what's happening here.
Chat, any explanations?
We needed that PhD in psychology to. You're right. I'm not getting through this video today. No shot. Although, Dan, hold on. People love it. I mean, why
Play
not?
the
Wednesday.
fucking clip,
I mean,
Ethan.
you know what I mean? Let's milk this thing. Why not?
Just keep playing it.
Agreed.
Shut up, Hassan. You're not the
Keep
boss of me.
playing it.
You're not the boss of me. Hassan. Guys, by the way, I have Tourette's syndrome.
In case you didn't know.
Can we? I have an idea, Dan. Every time I tick, can you just throw up? He has Tourette's syndrome. He has Tourette's syndrome.
Ethan.
So that when they try to clip
All right.
me,
Ethan.
ticking out to say that I'm on drugs, that
Ethan?
you know what I mean? Another suggestion I saw in chat is put the date behind me so people can't chimp us.
I thought about that, but then they'll just crop it out because they are shameless people.
He has Tourette's syndrome.
Did I spell it right?
I can't see if something's covering it, but I think so. It's actually apostrophe S.
Oh.
Whoever the fuck Tourette's is. It's Tourette's.
It's possessive.
Yeah, it's Tourette's syndrome with an apostrophe. Or actually, no, some people call it Tourette syndrome too, just without the S. TS. A neurodevelopmental disorder. Hold on, we're learning about Tourette.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna watch him learn about Tourette's, so let's skip forward. Here we go. Skip forward a little bit.
I have nothing to say to that.
I'm terrified of what?
By the way, he goes.
And you're not gonna do what? Blame us, and then you continue to actually blame us?
He says,
what?
I take full accountability. That being said, it's your fault.
Oh my god.
You want me to take the blame for your event failing, bro? Holy shit. And by the way, there was a text exchange that leaked that it blows this whole thing up. Apparently there was a group chat in Discord and somebody leaked the screenshots of one of the fighters being like, what is happening? You guys haven't told us anything. We found out you were leaving the event when you posted your video. Like, holy shit, bro. You gonna blame that one on me? Discord. Oh. Did I ever mention that he sounds like Bill Cosby when he does that? Discord. With the Discord and the Jello. Discord. Maybe it's a stretch. I don't know. Remember when this guy used to be funny and make good videos? What?
Thank you for the dono, Parker. Welcome to the stream. We're covering the Ethan's response to iDubbbz. Pathetic video. Welcome aboard, man.
Now he's like the dumbest, worst. He's the. What happened? There used to be a spark behind his eyes and it's gone.
He might be the
He's
person
joined the
making
cult
worst
of
videos on
Hassan.
YouTube right now.
He thinks that people care. People are watching because he's part of this Ethan hate industrial complex. The minute he starts talking about something else, bro, it's going to be over for him. Because let's face it, you're just not good at this anymore. I don't know what happened. People have said, and I don't know if it's fair to say it, people started calling him CT Ian, which as far as nicknames go, I just don't think it's fair to speculate about his whatever happened in that case. But it does seem like something changed in him. I don't know what. Is this what empathy does to a motherfucker? Count me out.
A lot of people said they're starting to be suspicious of him finding empathy.
Yeah, I mean, right? Where'd it go? Just
will
a drop.
rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't.
You mean it was a grift to appeal to an audience that he is now going full send into? Hassan's audience? You know, the safe, edgy crowd? You mean none of that was real? Oh, I wouldn't have thunk it.
Can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
No,
Now,
they're
with this
not.
recent-
Don't worry, they're not.
By that.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was hoping he would read it the way that I read it, where this thinly veiled threat, where the internet might, I'm not going to blame you, but the internet might, cough, cough, wink, wink, internet, go get him. Yeah, like I'm hoping that's how he'll read it here.
He means the snark page.
By that he means the
he's
snark
making
page.
these videos for a subreddit with 10,000 people. And like, he's so snark-brained.
Yeah.
Who's blaming me for your event feeling? What are you talking about? And how are you going to say, I take full responsibility? That being said, the internet's going to blame you. They're not, first of all. Why would they blame me? Bro, everybody hates you. And the people that like you now will definitely turn on you. Just wait. That's their nature. That's why I got rid of them.
They eat their own.
I got rid of the worst fans in the world, and Ian's like, come to me, Dad. I was like, these people are toxic.
True. He got rid of the worst fans in the world and completely restructured his content. He did what you couldn't do and find a way to evolve and grow while you're struggling to get rid of your old fans. So he gets rid of these fans, and you welcome them with open arms.
They're not real fans. They ruin everything. They're fair weather. Let's get them out of here.
They're liars.
And Ian's like, come to Papa. This is my new community.
But I can't speak for accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet.
Good.
The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now with this
You point to me one person who's blaming me for this other than like Hassan.
Oh my god.
That's not also subscribed to H3 Snark. That's not a snarker. Yeah.
God, you're so stupid.
This man literally was like, I'm going to make the dumbest. Bro, Ian, I have to tell you.
You think somebody will blame us for your failed event? How exactly? Like, I have nothing to do with it.
Let me tell you how bad Content Cop has gotten. When he used to make these on people, he would destroy them. They would get clowned on. They would lose subs.
Yeah, it was considered career ending for iDubbbz to make a content cop on you. For those of you who are young and new to the internet and don't realize why this is such a big deal, back in the day, if iDubbbz made a content cop on you, it was considered career ending. And for some people it was. A lot of them recovered, but there were some, like specifically the prank channels and shit, where that was the start of their downfall and they just never bounced back from it. So it was a big deal, and they were well done, well put together, good jokes, good criticisms. They were more than just hit pieces. They were putting your content under a microscope and showing people why it's bad, and usually people agreed. But this is just pandering to an audience. This is just these are just iDubbbz complaints. Or he gets there and talks about how his feelings are hurt, and the only people who are going to give a fuck are the Hassan adjacent creators like himself, since we want to use that term, because they're the ones who you're pandering to. Or as Ethan put it, snark-brained, which, yeah, I'll agree with. I think snark is where he sourced most of that video.
Their channel would lose momentum. His content cops are so bad now, when he makes one on you, your channel gets the biggest boost it's had in years. Your channel explodes in popularity when he does a content.
Maybe he'll make one on me. Make one on my bad content cop. Make one on my bad content. iDubbbz, make a content cop on me, please. I dare you.
Content cop on you.
Boosted!
Thank you, Oliver.
I want to get
Recent
boosted.
revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I.
That's a revelation. That's a revelation to you? Look, you did not think about this when you decided to attack Lena's boss. Someone who you're already acknowledging you think is like a...
Yeah, that's what I pointed. That's what everyone's pointed out at the time. It's the most obvious shit ever. You make a content cop on one of your boxer's employers and think that no one's gonna put two and two together on that? That's okay? That they're not gonna start associating, like, that your event isn't gonna get drug into this? You put it in the middle of it. You made a content cop on your prize fighter's boss and then wanted no one to talk about the event and keep the two separate? You married the two when you made the content, moron.
A bad person and terrible and unhinged and all this shit. And this just occurred to you that might have been a bad idea? What?
Yeah, I'm as dumbfounded as you are.
You know, a lot of people are wondering, you could have just waited until after the event.
Thank you.
If you waited till after the event, which is coming up in 2 months.
Yeah, it's not even that far away.
And I gotta say, Ian's content cop
You wouldn't even
really
have to wait that
dovetailed
long.
into this whole thing where I saw this and I was like, fuck all this. So I brought Sam Cedar on, humiliated him, in my opinion. I don't think he's gonna live down some of those clips. Hassan came on. I think I absolutely humiliated Hassan. I'm out here, bro. I'm unscathed, bitch. Come at me. You know what I mean? Like, you sent your best. By the way, if iDubbbz or Anissa or any of these fucking pathetic chirpers who think that they know shit wants to call in and discuss Palestine and Israel with me, wants to talk shit to me, anything, you call in anytime you want, Ian.
Oh, an open invitation. Y'all think, God, I hate that their names are so similar. Do y'all think iDubbbz is going to take it? Do you think any of them are actually going to call in? I think that's why he's making this open invitation to him. Call in anytime you want, you know, and I'll debate you too. Because he knows damn well none of them are going to do it. None of them are going to have the balls to actually call in. I'm hoping that iDubbbz, that his pride, ego, whatever you want to call it, will get in the way and he'll make the mistake. Because God, the content that'll come from that. Please let your ego cloud your judgment again, iDubbbz, and call in. Do it, you coward.
My line is open. You want to call into the show and act tough? Call in, bro. You know? I would love to pick that fucking diseased brain of yours. Wake up. I don't know if his brain's diseased.
But yeah, I
Wake
mean,
up,
it kind of goes
iDubbbz.
back to our point. Like, if you want to talk, we can talk publicly.
He might not have CTE, but he might also have brain cancer. I don't know which.
I mean, there's definitely something wrong with
Let's
his
not
brain.
go to cancer.
I don't want him to have brain cancer. That would be horrible. A brain tumor? Sometimes it just
Let's just not speculate what goes on with him.
Abort. What did I do? I didn't give him.
Play the
What
video.
did I do? I gave him cancer? I can't. I don't
Play
have
the
that power.
video.
Ethan,
Exactly.
keep playing it. Keep playing it.
How does it feel that
I
your
gotta get a
previous op
soundboard
has
so
provided us
bad.
with the most useful soundbite of all time?
Yes, so useful.
Hassan
Play
might be
the
running.
fucking clip, Ethan.
Yeah.
Fucking clip, Ethan.
Okay, stop. I will. Fine.
And I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our
What a
business partners
loser.
who ran the
That is
previous.
my buy dog.
And again, that's our meme, right? And I guess he's trying to say something to us. But this is the extent of his editing. He did it in the last one. He's doing it now. He just takes an image and he just places it over the video. And that's the joke. Dude, this is the Mr. Beast era. You got to step your shit up. If you're not yelling every line, if there's shit not exploding around you every second, that's it, bro. That's what you know what I mean? This is not good enough.
That's what
this
you got to
is
do.
not cutting it,
I
brother.
tied up an FBI agent. I recreated Willy Wonka's chocolate. We are currently surrounded by
You are way off base, brother. Like,
Oh my god. Oh, I had not realized like how many people have adopted the Mr. Beast style, chasing that fucking YouTuber dream, where they all gonna talk like this, and guys, you won't believe the they're doing it in other languages now. I didn't realize like the whole world. Well, I guess it makes sense. Mr. Beast is just that big that the whole world knows him. But god damn, I can't do it. I can't do the YouTuber voice and scream like that for a whole fucking video. I just want to chill out. I prefer to live stream anyway. I just want to chill out, live stream, watch some things, react to them, and then go about my fucking day. Which, by the way, if you guys are liking what I do here and you're liking the content, if you're enjoying having someone to hang out with while you watch some of this cringe, be sure to like and subscribe and all that jazz.
I know you too, bro. You've been gone too long.
I love that. I tied up an FBI agent.
I tied up an FBI agent.
So anyway, he's out here posting his fattest L's of all time. He goes, anyway, Ethan's a giant asshole, and also me and Anissa are stepping down. Bro, take this fucking L and do a Fortnite dance with it. Holy shit, dude. This is too much fun. I mean, it's too much fun,
It's
frankly.
too much fun. And I made this dog. I made this dog. You don't get to steal my dog. My
That's a
bi
meme
dog.
from one of our old videos. You didn't draw it.
No.
No, like Ela made you.
No, I made him. You know, like when you discover a talent and you made.
It was a Facebook GIF, right?
Yeah.
It was a Facebook group thing.
It was an image of a Facebook group. Someone wrote something about someone they know had passed away, and someone underneath posted this GIF. It was an old lady.
Bye.
And she didn't know what she was doing.
That's the original bye. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
Anissa and I
gotta hear this again because it's so good.
The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing.
Now imagine for a moment that all these people who have been training for this fight, who are wondering what's going on with all this drama, are hearing this now for the first time.
Yeah.
I would feel so disrespected. I would feel so shit on. I mean, how less consideration can you give for human beings? Oh, dude. You are not good at this. You really are not.
And the messages that were leaked by one of the fighters, Freddie.
We're going to read those.
We're going to? Okay, because he really articulated very good questions regarding the fighters.
Yeah.
They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening.
What was he shows.
So you're going to do what you should have did in the beginning, which is let professionals handle the running of the event instead of trying to do it yourself. Because when you do it yourself, you throw a party for all your massive influencer friends and use charity as a way to sell tickets and then make literally no money for charity. Yeah. Amazing. You hire a boxing promoter to promote your boxing event. I know, crazy concept, right, iDubbbz? And you're saying it as if you're admitting defeat and you're supposed to get a pat on the back for it because it's such a big deal that you're stepping down. No, this is what you should have done from the beginning.
Those pictures, right? Dan, this is how it's going to be. Dan is over there slamming his desk. I have something to say.
Keep playing it.
I have something to point out. Look at the pictures he puts here.
Business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're
talking about his business partners.
Capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis.
What was the point of showing those 2 images? Completely irrelevant to what he's talking about. My dude has got something he's got a worm in his brain, like RFK maybe. Is he on the carnivore diet? Is he going raw?
Maybe he's got Giardia. Make that joke. Just fucking lean into how ridiculous it is to have it. Lean into the meme. Show them that they can't get to you, bud.
I also think he's not addressing enough. Like, okay, who are they? And
yeah, who are they?
Did you sell the event?
Yes.
What, like?
So cryptic.
They can run an event, but are they like who's making the calls? You know, like I don't know. Is it a production company or is it? I don't know.
I think, from what I understand, but I'm not really sure. This is all just speculation that it's Aaron Hansen's production.
Well, they're a production company.
They're the production company, but I think they're the ones taking over.
Okay.
They had
usually production companies are, they make it happen, but there's somebody.
I think they own part of the event.
Decisions.
Mm-hmm. But they're called Real Good Touring or something, and so I think now he dumped this mess in their lap.
Control.
I hope they're charging extra for that. Like, make some money off this because he just increased their workload tenfold, plus the amount of fucking garbage hate from the internet that they're gonna have to deal with.
to what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening.
We'll see about
Anissa and I
that.
just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, I think just going to be known as the founders.
The founders, the flounders, the failures. The Genesis and the Apocalypse.
Yeah, he still has to have his name on it, though. Which I would argue, like, you shouldn't even put your name on it, because just having your name on it is probably going to taint the image of it and make it worse. Like, it's going to affect the event. You should just disconnect entirely and hope that people don't notice, and let the promotion company promote it as something else other than Creator Clash, other than the iDubbbz Creator Clash. Like, they can come up with a new marketing tactic that doesn't involve you, because you being on it, it's a detriment to it, man.
Of Creator Clash.
Of the event. Yeah, I mean, I think it had to come to this eventually. I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't, I mean, I can. I just didn't want to.
People
I
asking
want to be frank.
the Game Grumps guys, yes.
Yeah. Which it seems like they did a good job putting it on. So I mean, I have nothing bad to say about them.
Oh, it's the Games Grumps guys? Yeah, they could probably get further by putting their name attached to it than yours. Like, your name just doesn't need to be on it. Put your fucking hubris aside for a minute if you actually care about this event.
Honestly, I feel bad for them.
I think they've created a legit touring company that does, producing events.
I mean, if anyone gets fucked, it's going to be them, because they're going to spend a shitload of money putting this event on. And if there's not enough money to pay them back, they're going to get screwed big time.
We're on their, I don't know if you call it PR list or what it is, but we get like free stuff in the mail. Like sometimes, like we got a full jumpsuit. Me and Lena, real good touring. I hope we don't get taken off of that.
Jumpsuit?
Yeah, like a sweatsuit.
Oh,
yeah. They send us Christmas cards.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
Keep playing it.
Sorry. Can you send me? There was a screenshot of Anissa being like, "Hey, baby girl," when she addressed me like that. I'm gonna show that one.
To be honest, I was very quiet during the second Creator Clash because I was afraid of how that would impact other people. This year, I said I'm going to do something different. I'm going to fight back if someone.
This year, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to crash the event into the side of the mountain and see how that works out.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the entire event under the bus and see what people think. I'm sure it'll work out great.
That's a bold new strategy. By the way, Anissa, she is responding to, I'm doing a stupid joke. I'm calling her out. She goes, inbred. She's talking about the debate. When I'm like, you shouldn't call Jewish people inbred. And she's like, actually, you should. I don't even know how to interpret that. So she said inbred. I said, inbred is where you'll find your next meal, because you guys will soon not be able to afford food as you inch towards bankruptcy. Stupid, petty joke. But she got serious about it. She goes, hey, baby girl, I know you're so desperate for any crumbs from me. So here's a really big piece of fuck you. First of all, do not flatter yourself. I don't need any crumbs. I have plenty.
Yeah, no one wants the crumbs of your stale soy bread. This is just a testament to the ego that they're putting on display here. Like, to anyone who thought that they were right and that this wasn't just ego-driven nonsense, well, here you go. Here's your proof that it is ego-driven nonsense.
I have more than enough. You know what I mean? You'll be lucky if you have any crumbs left after this whole thing is over. We are not financially tied to this event, and even when we had it structured to protect us first and the charity. You have no power over us. You're just an asshole. I don't. Why do
you have no power over us? Who cares? I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, I responded.
Main character syndrome on full display. Everything's about them. Everything's an attack on them. Everything centers around them. And it's all about them. You have no power over us. Well, bitch, it wasn't about you. None of that was about you, but okay.
Yeah, I said, hey, baby girl. I totally understand why you guys decided to try a third time. With no risk to you guys financially, you only fuck over everyone else, including the fighters. For example, Lena, is out $12,000, which you refused to reimburse her.
Yeah.
So I'm reimbursing her out of my own pocket. We all wondered what kind of psychopath would do a third creator craft after the monumental failure of the second one. Now we know, ones with absolutely nothing to lose personally, while everyone else you work with gets...
And zero self-awareness. Absolutely none.
Fucked. Classy as always, Anissa. She's too dumb to realize what, like, how... they don't even know what they're saying.
No. Yeah. It's really something.
Michael Scott levels of self-awareness here.
Thing.
I mean, golly. Gee, fucking willikers, bro.
That's a really hard question.
Considering she hasn't said much, like, to say inbred, that's what you choose to?
She continued to, like, say dumb, snide shit like that. But I think, I mean, Anissa's making Mika look like, you know, Albert Einstein.
I've also...
When you've made Mika's rhetoric look like they had a well-researched piece, you know you fucked up.
vouched for Jewish people.
I mean, Mika's about to send us to Mars. That's
Taiwan,
honestly
it's me again.
very brave. Okay, all right. I'm
just keep playing it.
Shut up! I'm trying.
Oh wait, Boblock's in chat. It's actually comical the
Oh,
level
wax.
of incompetence they had with Creator Clash, and then Ian tried to blame you when you promoted it the most for both events.
Yeah, and even the third one.
It's so far gone, it's insane.
Dude, you're even getting mauled by Boblacks. Jesus Christ. This is this has got to be the best thing to happen to Boblacks. Like, somehow iDubbbz, internet legend, has become more insufferable and easier to make fun of than Boblacks. You've made Boblacks look like maybe he shouldn't be a target. Like, maybe he's the center of attention now. Maybe he's not such a bad... Like, you've made him look normal and you've taken his spot on locale. Holy shit, dude.
Even the third one, Bobby, you're not wrong. I was the only one talking about it. Even in the context of it being like negative, but at least I was like, Lena's fighting, so people would have at least a reason to watch it. Now there's no reason to watch it at all.
Oh.
Bobby, listen, stop dicking around. You're in the wrong chat right now. Are you going to be
Right.
involved in locale or not?
Get involved, bro. Be who you are
Yes,
meant to be.
do locale.
Take don
Embrace
the
it.
cape.
Embrace
Become
it.
the man. Or I guess they're non-binary, so I don't mean anything by that.
Keep playing it.
Live your best.
God, how annoying is it that you have to do that as a content creator when you can't even just use like a simple phrase like be a man? You know, a thing that we all know what it means. You're not actually calling that person a man, but now you have to fucking clarify you didn't mean anything by it. Like, it's a figure of speech, but I guess those don't exist anymore. Fuck me, dude.
Me. So that's what I did. And now I've realized, like, I can't really have my cake and eat it too. It's
Only
either
now?
you're going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet, or you're going to have a charity event. You know, it really can't be both. I'm very proud of the event that we made with Creator Clash. It's still happening,
No, it's
June
not.
28th.
This event is not happening. Obviously, I'm making a prediction. I don't think this event is happening. I think this is going to go down as one of the most monumental failures in YouTube history by a creator. And I was joking, but now I think it's actually true that this is going to make TanaCon look like the fucking Tony Awards.
He's right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's more glamorous than the Golden Globes?
The Oscars?
The Oscars, yeah. I don't know. You get the idea.
The Steamies?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, man, this is so good. And by the way, I'm loving every minute of it, Ian. I want you to know that. I take so much pleasure, right, in watching you guys crash and burn. And not even purely from your own incompetency, right? Like, that's the best part to me, is that this failure of your making, it's all on you. It's all on you guys. And it just makes me feel so happy, you know?
Horrible.
Yeah, and I fucking revel in it. We all should be. It's me and you, bud.
I think it's better we cancel the event now before people try. Like, if people want to support charity, just give the money to charity. You know what I mean? Because like it's not the chance that it gets to a charity if you give it to them low. You have the clip of the last time they were on the podcast when Anissa was like, actually, paying the charity is not our biggest concern. Yeah, there's another great one of her. She's great, by the way. Very smart. Has great foresight.
Jewish.
I saw a really funny. I saw a really funny comment that was like, the captain of the Titanic is like,
oh yeah.
Now that I've hit the ice.
That's a crowned victory royale. Let's get W's in chat. Holy shit. Locked in and still covered the content. True talent. Show some appreciation. Like the stream. Put a W in chat. Let's fucking go.
I'm giving the ship over to you or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Here's Anissa. Ordinary Gamers in here. What's up, Muda?
Oh, hello.
Muda's there?
Muda to Har.
And we kind of want it to be like a Super Bowl, like every year.
Listen to how they talk about this event. This is the second one, right? This is they're plugging the second one.
I feel like it is.
So they're plugging the second one. I am the one promoting this godforsaken event.
Wait, is this the clip where he talks about it like it's not a charity event? It has a charity aspect to it, and he acts like the charity's an afterthought. It's more about the creators, where he shows his true intentions, where he slips up.
Listen to how they talk about it, knowing that they lost 250,000.
Yeah.
You are training, putting on this event. Is there like a payday in the future you guys are working towards?
And by the way, as a friend, I'm like, yo, I'm like worried about you. Like, you guys know you have to make money, right?
Was this before the event or after?
This is hyping up the second event, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so they don't know they lost the money yet.
By the way, this chapter is called Anissa Explains How Ethan and Hila Inspired Them. Listen, if I inspired you, I'm going to disavow. Usually when I inspire people, it goes way better than this.
No, not really. I think we always want to have, if we keep doing this type of event, and we kind of want it to be like a Super Bowl, like every year.
Yeah, I think this is the clip.
Yeah.
I see.
If it works out, then we can do that.
It's not.
And there could always be a charity aspect to it.
Yeah, that's the one where he's like, there's a charity aspect, but he's focusing on it being about the creators. This is just a way, he wants it to be almost like a convention. I mean, yeah, he compares it to the Super Bowl because obviously it's a sporting event, but it's all about just a bunch of creators coming together and hanging out. I mean, there's a charity aspect to it, yeah, I'm sure, but that's not their focus. And it showed when you don't make it your focus. Turns out you'll lose about $250,000 for charity.
You know, but I think
this is the
main goal is just to get the people paid who are involved in making it happen, rather than like making exorbitant.
Right. It was all about hanging out with your friends, making content, and making money. That was first and foremost. He put his cards on the table right here, knowing he'd already lost money when he did this too. So, and he's still talking about it because he doesn't care about the charity. He cares about hanging out with his friends, getting everybody paid, making a bunch of money, and making some content. That's the actual goal.
Amounts of money.
So this fucking guy, who's hiding behind the charity,
hiding
he gets
behind
criticized. Oh, you're trying to take down a charity event? Is on record being like, the charity is not that big of a deal. Like, come on, bro. Holy Toledo, dude. Jiminy motherfucking cricket, dude. I need more expletives. Shazam.
Holy Toledo, I think, is a new one.
Okay, Holy Toledo. I don't know. I think it's the old Batman one.
What a bunch of malarkey. Let me tell you something, Jack. Oh, sorry. Go full Biden, you know. Show him you're a true Democrat.
No, I mean,
that's the extent of my political knowledge. Don't start a debate in chat.
I've heard it, but yeah.
It's new to the show.
You've thrown that out, yeah.
I gotta look on. I gotta do a search online for some good ones. Maybe could you ask ChatGPT for me? Also, I can keep watching.
Keep playing it.
Shut up.
If you ask Grok, you're gonna get all N-words and racial slurs like 2016 iDubbbz. Oh my God! Has anybody been on X lately? Don't go under any fucking post that is centered around white people or black people fucking up, because it is just all race war. We covered the race war leaderboards last night. They are fucking real.
Up, Hassan.
Just not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God, support this event. You know, I
Bro
feel
is desperate, dude.
Yeah, it's full on desperation. Please, for the love of God, don't let me be a failure. And he's talking directly to Hassan's, to the H3 Snarkers and Hassan fans right there. That is what this is. This is a plea to them to save me because he knows that the rest of the internet hates him. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of those fans some fucking how. I don't know if there's enough of them to save you here. I guess we'll find out in 2 months, iDubbbz.
He's desperate. He's begging, please support the event.
proud of the event that we made with Creator Clash. It's still happening, June 28th. I'm just not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God, support this event. You know.
Why would you say for the love of God?
Please,
Just showing his desperation. Yeah.
I am begging you, please, for the love of God. We need all the help we can get.
Right.
Now, I feel like in some ways I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap, and so I can fight. Well, that's a bad analogy. You guys.
So here's the thing about shooting videos, Ian. You can reshoot. Right.
Yeah, it's the difference between doing it live like Ethan does is you can edit this. Like you get a do-over. You don't have to go with the first take.
Especially considering this is supposed to be like one of these high effort, like fully thought out videos. No, this fucking guy goes, I feel like I'm gonna cut my arm off to escape the bear, or I don't know, maybe that's a bad analogy. Kept it in. Didn't think to reshoot it. Didn't think to re-articulate it. Just kept it in.
Why is he fighting the bear? He could just fight in the event, and that would probably sell more tickets.
I say let the bear eat you. Fuck it. At least you'll be feeding something.
Womp womp.
You know what I mean? Right.
I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap, and so I can fight. Well, that's a bad analogy.
Do it again then, bro. Shoot it again. I agree. That did not come off well at all. I don't know what you mean, really. I think I kind of know what you mean. It's just, yeah, you sounded very silly. You know, what are we doing?
You guys get it. We've already told all the fighters,
No,
and it
we
seems
don't.
like most people understand.
That was a lie, according to the post. Okay, now's a good time to pull up that post because I believe he's lying.
Yeah, it was one of those things where some of the fighters didn't know any of this until they saw the post. But I guess that's how he alerted or talked to the fighters. Maybe that's what he meant. There's a benefit of the doubt he doesn't deserve.
Lying here. Let me see.
A big lie.
You know who posted it? The bane of the all existence. My boy, Yeet. The Twitter god.
Yeet is like doing some crazy work.
I'm trying to find. Oh, here.
That's got to be either the most terminally online person on the fucking planet, Yeet, or a actual team of people. Because I swear, the amount of posting that they do, maybe he's making a living on Twitter because this motherfucker lives on there. Like, he is putting in the work, boys.
Here it is. Or Awk 2000, but he just goes by Yeet with the crying, laughing emoji. Hassan hates this account. So check this out. So he just says he told all the fighters. Well, let's hear what they had to say. Freddie Wong drops a long message in the Creator Clash Fighter Discord. He asks about communication, event reputation, how to promote without getting hate, dropped fighter replacements, pay disparity, and more. Our current trajectory does not instill confidence, he said. Let's see. Freddie, by the way, OG YouTuber, Rocket Jump, cool dude.
Right.
And very eloquent, by the way.
I remember that guy.
I was saying it would probably take me like 5 hours to write that
I don't think he
text.
still makes
It's
content
so well written.
It really is.
Freddie Wang, everybody.
Wong.
Professional.
Freddie Wong. He says,
Legit thought this was a llama at first.
illustrious fellow warriors and event handlers, I hope everyone's getting a good day of rest in. In the wake of the new announcement video detailing the change of ownership of Creator Clash, or to be more accurate, the brief statement detailing changes in the ownership structure of Creator Clash followed by 28 minutes of continued relitigation of what I'll charitably call internet nonsense.
Oh,
he's right. Do you want? You're so unserious.
It's cooking.
There remain some lingering questions that I, as well as I suspect other fighters, would appreciate clarity on. As I noted in my previous message, this guy got a high score on the SAT. This guy's probably close to 1600.
You can just tell.
As I noted in my previous message, I would expect communication with the fighters to be at the absolute top of your priority list, as I don't believe any of us enjoy finding out about substantive developments via 15-second clips from muckraking Twitter accounts. Now, yeah, I mean, he's the muckraker, but no one blames him for that. Nobody blames the tiger for eating. You know what I mean? Let's hear how he characterized this again.
An analogy. You guys get it. We've already told all the fighters, and it seems like most people understand that this is the best move. If the previous...
Okay, now let's see what they're actually saying.
Let's see what they're actually saying.
He says, followed by 28 minutes of continued relitigation of what I'll charitably call internet nonsense. And then he continues to say, we don't enjoy finding out substantive developments fit in 15-second clips on muckraking Twitter accounts. Okay, that seems to be at odds. Why are people so comfortable lying? I'm an honest person. I know it sounds corny. I am.
Honestly.
I don't know how people can show face and act all like high and mighty and act all like altruistic. They think they're so fucking great. And just lying, you know?
It's ego and main character syndrome. It's a window into his mind. This is how he sees the world. Everything's about him, and everyone's the bad guy except for him.
Oh, why does it lie?
You're at what is the...
So he said, as I noted in my previous message, I would expect, quote, communication with the fighters. No, I already read that. Sorry.
Yeah.
What is the he says, what is the communication strategy and cadence we can expect from the organization moving forward? And how do we ensure we, the people signed up to get punched in the head, receive information ahead of the general public? That is a great question. You're receiving information at the same rate as the general public? Boy, that's got to be not feeling good. Ian noted in his video that, quote, I can't really have my cake and eat it too. You're either going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet or you're going to have a charity event. It really can't be both. Does this mean we expect continuing back and forth post-separation?
That's what it sounds like.
That seems like what he wants to do. And Freddie, listen,
Yeah, that thing that he said would happen and why you can't do that in his last video, remember? Because this could go on forever. And you're the one that's just keep instigating it and making it go on forever.
Sorry, I'm responding to him. I didn't start this. I was ready to move on, and he pulled me right back in.
We all were. I was.
He does make it sound... I
don't want to cover iDubbbz forever, but my God, it's the most happening thing going on the internet. I can't not cover it.
Sound like he's going to continue to make videos.
Yeah. Well, I don't need all the minutia of the separation agreement. Are there non-disparagement or broader agreements in place to protect CC's reputation and public standing? He's worried now about Anissa and Ian tarnishing
the people participating.
Their own event's reputation. Are the plans to proactively address the comment miasma that, at least for me, de-incentivizes any social media comms, as I prefer to spend my time training and not slogging through the comments output of internet morons parroting the talking points of the streamers they have pledged allegiance to? How are we reasonably expected to promote this event? Great question. And you would have thought that Ian thought about this at least a tiny bit before doing this video before the event. And then after blaming me because he thought I was going to act like an adult. Which I think I did, frankly.
I still don't know when did we not act like adults, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think I said anything crazy about the event.
They've refrained from calling them all of the things that you thought they were going to call them. Like, they've clearly been the adult in the situation. It's funny. The guy waving around a swastika sword, doing the Fortnite L dance, which my 11-year-olds won't even do anymore. My fucking children are like, no one does that anymore. It's cringe. Like, even children won't even do that dance anymore. And yet, You're the adult in the situation. Okay, bud. This just goes to show where his mind's at.
Especially at that time, because I was trying to be respectful to Lena, right? I was trying to preserve for her to have a good experience there. What are the plans and projected timetables with regards to finding replacements for the drop fighters? And what is the strategy behind how they will be rolled out? At the onset of the event, the character of the individuals on the fight card was a major factor in my participation. That's a really good point.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
why
don't want
people
my-
watch boxing events, because of who's going to be on it.
Well, for
Well,
example, some of the people he's reaching out to, like Ice Poseidon.
Right.
I don't want to fight with Ice Poseidon, you know. On the onset of the event, what say do we, the fighters, have in this decision?
None.
What assurances do we have that whoever gets recruited doesn't bring more controversy and negative attention to the event?
None.
This guy wants to quit so bad, but he's like, they're so deep into it.
I don't think you have.
Yeah, and I don't blame any of the fighters here, because they're putting their all into this, and they don't want to be associated with it, but they don't want all their work to be for nothing, so they don't want to drop out, but they also don't want to be tied to it. You've put them in an impossible position. I feel bad for the fighters, and I'm not holding anything against any of them that want to stay and fight.
Have any assurances based on
As much as iDubbbz wants to pretend like he's the main fucking character here, there's more to this than you, bud. It ain't about you.
I'm genuinely like, how does Ian? He put all this effort into rehabilitating their reputation, to rebuilding this franchise. They got together like a decent roster. They're almost there. They're right there. I don't know. What the fuck? What are you doing? It's unreal.
miasma?
There's a miasma over the whole damn event. So we read that. Moving on, there's more. Do we plan on continuing to honor the commitment of pay parity among the fighters? And does that restrict the organization's ability to feasibly find replacement fighters this close to the event? In other words, if we're paying everyone the same, do we think that the amount is going to be enough to commit a fight-ready heavyweight and welterweight willing to withstand the crossfire by being in the midst of a aforementioned internet nonsense?
Right.
You're not going to find a already ready-to-go person. That's not happening.
That's a good question. So, like, are they gonna have to get somebody to want to do it, pay them a lot more?
And this is another shady thing he's referring to, is that Harley was like, hey, they're paying us all different, even though they promised us everyone's getting paid the same. Moving forward, what are...
Yeah, that's what Airsoft Fatty said in his video. Like, he claimed he didn't get paid anything, like at all. Like, they covered his hotel and his flight out there, but then they, like, I don't even know if he was invited to the gala. Like he said, they pretty much ignored him the whole time he was out there. They didn't pay him at all. iDubbbz spoke one sentence to him throughout the entire event and then blocked him before his plane landed. So I'm starting to question, like, was it only iDubbbz's friends that got paid, the ones he liked?
What are the plans and projected timetables to market and promote the event? Who is taking the lead on this? An individual within the organization, a PR company? Can you provide an outline of the comms approach given the current situation we're in? What is the timetable for updating social media and the event website to be more accurately reflect our current lineup? Again, at this point, and I think even now, hold on, their website is still not updated. It still shows Harley and Lena. Here, let's see. Bro, here, okay, well, that's you. Did they finally? Okay, they finally got rid.
Updated it.
So that seems like really small. The roster seems short now. Uh-oh.
He hadn't found replacement
fighting
fighters
a
for him.
ghost.
That's why he didn't want to update the site. But you have to update the site because people literally buy
so
tickets
is
based on the
LABeast
roster.
Will be boxing a ghost.
Froggy!
Mike from PA?
Mike from PA. He's a tough guy.
I'll save the event if you put me and Mike from PA in there.
Oh, I would condone. I would sanction that. I'm in for that. That would be great. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Do it here. We'll get a ring. We'll actually donate to charity. You know what I mean? There's no overhead because I'll use my own gear. We'll put it on ourselves. You know, that's what a good guy I am.
I don't have to pay for training.
You don't have to pay for training? Yeah, you wouldn't. And you wouldn't. Yeah.
I need a
Great
dub.
point.
I need one. It'd be nice to facilitate one that I'm guaranteed to win.
We could make your gloves look like couches, little couches, custom made. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
No, I don't think that's a good idea because that will trigger him.
Yeah, that'll trigger
that
him.
will, that will
Right.
start the fire in Mike from PA.
That's a good point.
That's his one enemy, the couch.
No couches in his house. Hate couches. Only reclining chairs.
Yeah. Yes, please.
What is the timetable for updating social media? I appreciate the desire to ensure all outward comms contain substantive information. I will also note that the longer everything is out of date, the more we invite further ridicule, and the more chaotic this event seems. Having run my share of organizations at various scales, I can appreciate the complexities of internal versus external comms, cadence, and tone. However, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that the current strategy of zero prior communication or heads up internally to the fighters is unacceptable methodology moving forward. Providing dates for upcoming announcements without any information as to the content of those announcements isn't enough. Our current trajectory does not instill confidence, and I look forward to hearing about what substantive changes we plan to implement. Finally, I'd like to stress that I speak here for myself, but I encourage my other buff gladiators to chime in. I'm tired of stressing out about this stuff in the dark. Let's stress out about this stuff together. What a guy.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember he had told you, AB, or no, I think he told Harley this. He said that they were calling all the different teams and checking in on them, how they were feeling about the event since iDubbbz put his video out. And Harley was like, well, we're not feeling great about it. And they told Harley that they were the only people. Everyone else was totally fine.
That
and
he is the
he
only
said
one.
not only they fine, they're happy about it. To Harley.
Right. That he's the only one being weird about it or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is so inappropriate, by the way.
I don't think they could run this worse, frankly. If you want to listen, I wish I could take credit for this event crashing into the mountain. Trust me, I would take credit if I thought it was warranted. I would be like, yes, I did that shit.
No, they did it all on their own.
But man, ain't nothing compete with your incompetence, my friend. Nothing. Nothing.
There's a chatter. Turbo Divergent donated $50.
Turbo Divergent.
I would give $10,000 to see AB fight Mike from PA. Maybe.
I would put
Maybe.
significant money
He'd
on
still
that.
put maybe on it.
I would put money down on that.
Yeah, get Mike from PA
Come on,
in
Mike,
there.
tough guy. Let's raise some money for whatever charity you want.
And he asked for it too, with all the threats and shit that he's made. I couldn't think of a more appropriate person to have to like put his money where his mouth is.
Couches of America.
Battered couches of America.
He's from
His
PA,
content cop was
so's Rocky. I'm just saying.
True. Good point.
And it seems like most people understand that this is the best move. If the
This man just looked in the camera and said, our fighters understand this is the best mood and we've told them everything. Crash cut to Freddie Wong being like, you haven't told us anything. We're super stressed about this. The way you're acting is inappropriate. I have no confidence in this event.
That's crazy that he would say that.
Pretty amazing stuff here, Ian. Wouldn't you say? I can't wait for your next video, man.
previous content cop was entertaining to you, or this video is entertaining, or
What is entertaining about it? You're not even doing jokes or edits or anything or sketches. Like, what's entertaining?
The message. The best thing that you can do for me is to support Creator Class. Buy a ticket, buy a pay-per-view ticket, and
For the love of God, please don't let me be a failure. Help me. God, he's begging for it now. Literally begging for it.
in-person ticket or donate to the fundraiser.
Donate.
I just want to see this event do well. I didn't try this shit because I thought I was going to be a good boxer. I didn't think I would be an awesome event organizer.
You are none of
now
those
I'm
things.
finally back to where I started, which is making fucking content cop videos.
Does that sound like a good thing, Ian? Does that sound like a path that was good for you? He's like, wow, I spent all this time into this event, which completely collapsed, and I have nothing to show for it, and now I'm back to square one, which I've explicitly stated on the record how much I hated doing that and how bad it was. Bravo, man. You've done it. You've done it.
Yeah, this is like when someone leaves a TV show to go do their own thing, and it doesn't work out, and then they go back to the TV show that they said was terrible, and they had to, you know what, gonna call out Jordan Klepper in The Daily Show when he went to do his own show because he was tired of being in the shadow of The Daily Show and he thought he was better than that. And now, where's he at? That doesn't show your success. You're just highlighting your failure.
Ian, you've done it again. Wow.
This is not what podcasts are.
Wow, this is premium content,
It's
my
horrible.
friend. No. This is great stuff. Trust me. Holy shit, bro. I'm not even going to make an H3 video in response to this. It's pointless.
Yeah.
I frankly don't even have to respond to it at all. It's just so stupid.
So dumb.
But it's good content. It really is.
It's good content for the podcast.
You know? Man.
I don't want to make this too ham-fisted, but I kind of do want to make it ham-fisted because I'm like, I spent my last fucking 4 years working on this stupid boxing shit. I mean, it was worth it, absolutely.
Does he know what ham-fisted means? Doesn't that mean like
he doesn't.
Not being like specific or being like sloppy?
It's where you try to force something into something, ham-fisted. You're just shoving it where it doesn't belong. Yeah, that.
Meaning awkward, clumsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just clumsily shoving something where it
It's
doesn't
just too
belong.
ham-fisted, but I kind of do
He
want
is
to make it
using it wrong.
ham-fisted because I'm like, I spent my last fucking.
How is it ham? Okay.
Keep playing it.
4 years.
Bro, please. I can't get caught up in all this stuff. I just wish he would get his shit together.
Keep playing it.
All
It's
right.
too ham-fisted, but I kind of do want to make it ham-fisted because I'm like, I spent my last fucking 4 years working on this stupid boxing shit. I mean, it was worth it, absolutely, but like,
Why didn't you just call it stupid boxing shit?
I know.
It was his
Why
pride
would he
and joy
say
until
that?
he fucked it up, and now it's this thing
He's
he
like,
had
I
to
hate
do that
doing
was
this,
stupid.
and now I'm gonna
Thing
go
that's
back to
like-
the thing that I hate doing even more.
This thing that is still ongoing and it's so important to the people.
Yeah, this is going to be a trend with him. Is he's going to talk about how much he loves a thing until he fails at it, and then in retrospect, it was that thing that he hated doing. He hated Content Cop. So he wanted to do boxing until he failed at boxing, and Content Cop he succeeded in. So then it's, oh, well, I'm going back to doing Content Cop. I guess you didn't hate it after all. Oh, no, I always liked it. I just like that. I just wanted to do something different. Yeah, it's cope. It's all just cope.
Participating.
Stupid boxing shit.
You're already like, can't wait to have nothing to do with it.
Symphony 16, thank you for that. Excuse me, wonderful dono. I'm high, just downed half of a Costco rotisserie chicken, gonna explode. Dag nabbit. Gila's husband was so... I think this person's saying I was hot.
I agree.
When he Uno reversed Hassan with Avi Schleim. By the way, Hassan doesn't even know how to say the fucking guy's name. He kept mispronouncing it. It's Schleim, Avi Schleim. He was calling him Schleim or something. Fucking idiot.
Schleim. I don't know.
You mispronounce names.
Well, listen,
All the
if
time.
he's your
Literally
guy,
all the
That's
time.
it.
I'm sorry, but if he's using him as his primary reference for why Jews had it coming,
No, I get.
you
I
could
get
at
why
least
you're
say
pointing
it
out.
right.
I get why you're pointing it out, but also you're not that guy.
Listen, I looked
You're not
it up.
that guy.
I said, how do I say this guy's name? Because I want to not look like an idiot.
Tassian.
Tassian.
God. No, it is Schleim. It's Schleim. I've heard it's Schleim. I was like, please God, make sure I'm right. Look it up. It's Schleim.
Slime. That makes sense.
What are the crew's opinions on Ethan's performance Friday? Give glows and grows. H3 future segment writer. Okay, Anissa made him do it, all of it, unironically. You guys don't have to answer that. I know I did good.
Avi Schleim.
No, it's Schleim.
It's a way for us to get through.
I was playing it and then you interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ethan even knew what my video was about, he was already framing me as anti-Semitic.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I'm one of you. So this is in response, I believe. Yeah, no, this is in response to seeing the
wig. Yeah, add the context because every single clip he has of you is going to be clip chimped to fucking hell. Just clip chimped. God, I hate that phrase. It's just going to be clipped out of context. It's to paint you in a certain light. This is malicious as fuck. Everything he's done has been malicious as fuck.
the lineup.
Yeah, who's collaborated with?
The who's who of who's doing the Jews.
Who's doing the Jews?
I'm doing my best out here on the fly, you know.
Hila's doing the Jews.
Guys, come on. Yeah, I saw him with Denims, Frogan, Hassan, and Sean the Black, who I don't know what's his opinion because I don't know anything about him.
Well, and Noah and
then he was tagging Noah,
Lieb, right?
He would tag Mac Lieb. So I was like, oh yeah, I see where this is going. And by the way, I was exactly right. Yeah. It's so funny. Throughout this, he goes, Ethan made this assumption about me. And then he goes, actually, he was totally right. That's basically this entire video. I fucking hate Jews too, guys. Let's get after it. Israelis have no right to defend themselves, actually. All Israelis are settlers, actually. What is he going to give me a history lesson now? Is he a historian? Yeah, he just discovered empathy, by the way. And hey, Zionist expert, call in and talk to me. You said I'm a bitch-made coward, right? You said that? Call in. Call in.
Do it.
Such a stupid statement.
Prove it. I just debated Sam Cedar and Hassan Piker. I know the final boss is going to be Ian, iDubbbz.
Dan, how do you feel about being in a wig in all these videos?
I mean, I knew in real time what was happening, so.
But
yeah, all the clips are going to be you in a wig now.
This is like the most clipped week we've had in years.
Yeah. It just happened to land on Wig Week. What can you do?
So funny.
At least you look so cute in it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, you do look fabulous. So.
I really like.
Only extends to the point where you're actually talking about Jewish people or Israelis, then empathy stops and they should all be murdered. Bro's actually out there like Timothy McVeigh. He's running to the closest fucking kindergarten to blow it up. There's a Jew. I heard there's a Jew. That's funny. He's literally posting my dubs. That's a funny joke, bro. What are you doing? He doesn't even like comment on it. He just shows me being funny.
Just best moments.
Yeah,
he's just doing your highlight reel for you.
Compilation.
That's not what Timothy McVeigh did.
They want all you got. And what the fuck is this? Is this my screen? Why or is?
Oh, interesting.
Why did he show it like this? Like
yeah. Wait, I think that's just our stream.
Even still, he could have zoomed in. I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
Seems bad and weird.
It's messy.
Kindergarten to blow it up. There's a Jew. I heard there's a Jewish.
That's not what Timothy McVeigh did.
They want all you guys to quit and for me to just be like, he included you being like, that's not what Timothy McVeigh did. Owned. This dude doesn't even know what Timothy McVeigh did. By the way, we did decide that he did. I think he did live in the woods and blow. Blue.
No, I think we decided you were trying to say Ted Kaczynski.
Oh yeah.
No, but they're both.
And you guys said
they both did
it. Yeah, it works for both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When that one yet again being chimped by iDubbbz.
This was
good. He's calling out the chimp at least.
Work environment,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. Little Jew boy alone.
Like Ethan, under a year ago, was saying he doesn't use anti-Semitism in that way. He's not a guy to call anything and everything anti-Semitic.
You know, my whole life he's such a lying, pathetic loser.
Yeah, this is proof that if he's calling it out, it must be true because he doesn't cry wolf on anti-Semitism. He doesn't call it out unless it is what it is.
Now, I guarantee when you find the original date for this video, I remember this, and it's true. This is after October 7th, and there was a huge surge of anti-Semitism, and I was starting to notice it, and like I need to talk about it. And that's when I said I never pulled this card. Like in my whole career, I've never pulled this card, but I'm doing it now. I'm talking about it now. He completely Not only does he misunderstand my point and lie, he says it was a year ago.
It could have been, but
Well, I think it was
the point of how he's using it either way.
right. But the point is that up until that moment, that was true. Now that's not true. That's my statement. And furthermore, it's like,
yeah, that's the point.
I mean, everything has changed since October 7. A lot has changed.
Like Ethan, under a year ago, was saying
under a year ago, that can't be true. But not that it matters. The date really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because what you're saying is that in the past, I wasn't.
He's making it sound like in the middle of this whole thing, I was like, I don't do this. I'll never do this.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
It's not what you're saying.
he doesn't use anti-Semitism in that way. He's not a guy to call anything and everything anti-Semitic.
Gee, I wonder what's happened.
Yeah, that's the point.
No, my whole life I've never screamed foul on anti-Semitism. I literally have been getting this shit since the second I stepped foot on the internet, and I have never fucking ever done this, okay? So the people online, they're saying, oh, Ethan's making himself a victim, or Ethan's making everything about anti-Semitism. I've done this once in my life right now.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking, bro.
Right now.
Bro, I'm literally not talking about I'm talking about why I'm talking about anti-Semitism from that point on.
Yes, you're saying like, I'm now doing it for the first time.
It's such a stupid point. Hold on, this clip is from, oh. I guess this whole, when did this whole Hassan?
6 months ago.
This has only been 6 months?
Since you officially.
Oh, so it was connected to that conversation probably, or around that time. But it's so dumb, bro. It's such a stupid point. And he's literally just on Snark, getting clips from Snark, not doing any research, not looking for any context. And he continually makes these idiotic points, which this is what Snark does, right? They're part of this movement to just intentionally and knowingly lie about anything, right? The means justifies the end. And he's getting Snark brained, and he looks so foolish.
I've done this once in my life right now.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right? I don't know. And then
why are we doing it before watching the video?
This is how he characterized me before even watching the video. Why did I say it, Ian? Why did I say it?
As soon as you open the video, you can see the long list of collaborators that he thanks in the description.
Yeah, you don't even have to watch the video. You can scroll down and go to the description and see exactly where this is coming from. Like, you already know what you're in for.
All of them are people we've had beef with.
Why did I say it, Ian? And by the way, when I watched the video, did my assessment change?
No.
Nope. I was right.
That's what
you proceed to tell me, a Jewish man, as a fucking white, unaffiliated douchebag, how to feel about anti-Semitism. Great.
Video is.
I mean, I get that he's scared and offended, but this was the whole
Scared?
fucking point of my video, Ethan. I was saying that you shouldn't be doing this. It led to me making this video in the first place. You were triggered by this CPS harassment thing.
Okay.
CPS harassment thing. Here's the part I wanted.
Trying to get my kids taken away from me.
See.
Sorry about that. I don't understand the point he's making here.
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I mean, I get that he's scared and offended, but this was the whole fucking point of my video, Ethan. I was saying that you shouldn't be doing this.
Doing what?
Calling people anti-Semitic?
I guess.
Okay. So he's...
crashing out, because that's what he
the point
thinks
of
you're
his
doing.
video? I don't think so. Maybe?
Led to me making this video in the first place. You were triggered...
Why does it say I'm scared?
...by this CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous, and it was horrendous for us.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is where
Yeah, because it's all about them, bud.
Confusing. He's saying on that day that CPS came to our house, we were so upset, and then we talk about them.
I was not saying that they had anything to do with the CPS call. I was saying they're friends with people that had to do with the CPS call. And I thought it was super fucking lame that they were silent on the issue. What? And furthermore, later I found out that they not only agreed with our friends with those people and agree with them, In this video, he defends the CPS call. Which hold on to your britches there, folks, because it gets crazier from here.
Playing it.
Okay, sorry.
And an eye to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous, and it was horrendous for us.
But so he's implying that we're blaming them for it? Because what's so sloppy?
Or he's implying that.
I'm sorry. You guys are like making a beat. You pause, and I hear Dan hit the table twice.
He's so got something to say. I'm trying to analyze what the man's saying.
Oh shit.
We already analyzed this part.
Off air.
No. What is he?
That's what we were
literally
talking about.
You
off
rewind
air.
it and then you pause it at the exact same moment.
No, but I didn't talk about what I'm talking about now, Dan. Which is what is the accusation? He says I was sloppy.
Well, Dan, you were explaining it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you explain it, Dan.
About how he mixes up the timeline.
We haven't even gotten to that part.
Yeah, we haven't.
I think this is it. No.
He's confused. Okay.
And now you're doing it again.
I'm gonna watch it live.
Should you?
Yeah.
Was that an example of him being a tyrant boss? Because he had a little disagreement with his. Christ.
I mean, I don't care. But like, why?
I just don't think. I feel like you're gonna get really emotional and say something you regret.
Well, I've got the button.
Like I know you don't have a problem.
Dan, just take it in. Just take Dan in here.
It is what it is.
Head on. But I just feel
Of course not, because I know that
you're
whatever...
understandably upset, and I feel like it might be a little.
Should we wait to talk about it, or you want to talk about it?
You should do it off stream. Because I don't know. This escalated initially because we were live and you guys were heated about. I forget what it was.
I just think it might be wise to watch it, think out your thoughts, and respond in a calm way. Because there's no chance that you don't
Why
get
is
heated.
he showing so much?
I don't know what his point
to
is.
fucking watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my.
He's trying to make the point that you're emotional and you're crashing out. This is this is an example of one of those crash outs he said you were having. He's using it to prove a point from Content Cop. It failed miserably, but I think that's what he was trying to do.
Supreme confidence.
Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. He's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag.
What happened to the quality? Look, all of a sudden when it gets into this compilation, it gets weird quality. You know why? Because he
downloaded it from Twitter, probably from either Twitter or a Reddit post. Whoever got the original clip got it from Twitter. It's a clip that some snark account probably posted.
Downloaded it from Reddit. Watch the quality.
People have to say about me. He's like, no, actually,
That's what happens when you rip videos from Reddit. He tried to size it up the same. What a loser! Holy shit! I feel like I must be right.
Pre-watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my hand through it. Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. He's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys. I'm one of you.
He's showing the same
I fucking hate
footage.
Jews too, guys.
You attacked us.
So I don't know. He showed the crew being like, "Don't do it."
Mm-hmm.
And then, by the way, I did it, which I think everybody now sees was a good call.
Which, again, such a great example of the tyrant workplace we have here.
Yeah, he says I'm a tyrant and a bad boss, and he shows a compilation of all of you guys voicing your concerns directly to me.
Mm-hmm.
Things you can't do with an actual tyrant boss. Voice your complaints to the boss. Like, think of the boss from, Jesus, I'm going to show my age here, Office Space, where they try to talk to him, and he just, if you could do that, that would be great. Yeah, but yeah, that'd be great. And he just... They don't listen to you at all. Like, that's the point. He's the opposite of that.
Us, so I attacked back.
You. I fucking hate Jews too, guys.
You attacked us, so I attacked back.
Okay.
And now you're acting surprised and shocked, and you're doing it all on your podcast live. So naturally, you reacting live is you having an emotional reaction.
Dude, you posted it when I was live. Did you forget that aspect?
That was intentional,
like, Gee
too.
whiz, I can't believe you reacted to it.
You
live.
wanted their emotional reaction from him. He posted, it was calculated. He posted it while you were live, hoping that he'd get a live response to it, knowing that he would. And now you're using that against him. You guys are going to sit here and tell me that he's the victim? Come on, dude.
Fucking posted it when I was live. On purpose.
Everybody agrees, by the way, it was a good call.
Yeah, everybody agrees,
I
dude.
don't even know what he wants.
Everybody says that was a big dick move. And it was, Ian. I'm sorry, bro. It's just, your shit is not intimidating at all. Mika rhetoric crushed my career compared to what you're doing. Actually, she did. Ian is the greatest thing that ever happened to me since frenemies. He's my new frenemies. Thanks, bro.
And seeing things that honestly are scary.
I just said I vented about them not defending me. What the fuck is he like? Okay, so he did. I was venting in like a girly text when Ethan attacks people. He's actually losing his shit and I just can't believe it, dude.
Should call him up.
Venting to 20 to 30K live viewers. Okay.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
I agree. Fair weather friend.
He really has a problem with when I said go fuck yourself.
And I said I agree. That's not that bad, bro. That's literally venting. That's what venting is, bro. What? Who are so happy. I started calling you an anti-Semite when your video came out, and I saw that you collaborated with all the people that fit that criteria for me. 2, be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. That's not that bad either, bro.
Ian sucks for the same
None of
reason
these
right
are
now.
that bad.
He could say something.
Spineless. That's, again, it's not that bad. And also, everything I'm saying is right. Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses. That was, by the way, again, me talking about when CPS was called, how my opinion on how I'm handling myself on all this stuff has changed. There's no more prisoners. There's no more excuses. I'm going full throttle for all these fucking.
Yeah, he's given justification to go fucking gloves off. That thing that you're like, he's doing, the clips that he's using to clip him are the things that Ethan's using to justify going gloves off, and then he's using those as his justification for a reason that he's allowed to go gloves off. Again, rules for thee and not for me.
Losers. Mm-hmm. How's it feel, Ian? And I'm not even full throttle yet. I'm not even at full speed. Trust me. I'm in like maybe almost, I'd say maybe 3rd gear. How many gears are there? 5?
Depends on.
Yeah, it depends on the vehicle.
I mean, there's all kinds of different trimmers.
3 out of 5. Let's say it's a 5 gear.
Well, that's more in modern manual cars because of bigger engines.
So I'm in 3rd gear. There's more.
You still got room.
In the words of Donald Trump Jr.'s wife,
yeah.
The best is yet to come. Trust me. You're not my friend, and you never were, and you never. Ooh, you're not my friend. Never will be. You never will be. Ooh.
What's very insane about this content cop.
Can I just say how much I hate the editing there? That I absolutely hate that editing style. Like he's got some big fucking own and then he plays nothing. Not to mention it's just an annoying noise. Like I had to check when I was watching it to be like, did something just happen? Like, why is it doing that? Like, it's so weird. It's okay.
I was thinking,
he just showed a bunch of clips that are like relatively unoffensive of us being upset. He didn't explain why we're upset. It's because he collaborated with all the fucking people that have been harassing us. It's so bad. And the thing is, it's out of context, it's bad faith, and it's still bad. It's still not compelling.
And it still doesn't do what he wanted it to do.
Thinking about Ethan.
Which I think is a testament to Ethan and how like non-offensive he's been and how reasonable he's been. If that you went through his fucking catalog to try to clip him out of context to make him look as bad as possible, and this was the best you could find. That even trying to make him look bad, he still doesn't look that bad. I think that speaks volumes to his content, personally.
Ethan's feeling so much in that video. I thought about the idea of like how I shouldn't be saying the term Zionist or Zionism in that video, because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was like, I'm going to think.
Yeah, it's almost.
What do you mean, regardless of how true it is? Okay.
It's like you accusing me of hallucinating anti-Semitism.
Like, that's intentional to just put that in there. When someone tells you how they're feeling and you go, well, regardless of how true it is, you're just dismissing their feelings outright. Like, see, this is that sneaky, safe, edgy shit that they do. The fucking victimhood mentality. I hate it so much. I really do. Like, it's so manipulative.
Semitism?
Passive aggressive and manipulative, and I fucking hate it.
Doesn't matter, or it's kind of separate. I mean, you could have called me a Zionist. That would have been fucking weird.
I love that he put that regardless of how true it is.
Oh yeah, hold on. I missed that.
In that video, because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him, and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was...
Once again, proving that I'm right.
Yeah, just completely dismissing your feelings as if they're invalid.
He's like, wow, you're calling me an anti-Semite. I wanted to call... He's obviously a Zionist, by the way, which is the worst thing you can be.
I do love that, in a way, is confessing that that's something that he wanted to call you in the first video.
Yeah, I was absolutely...
Oh, yeah, he outright confessed it. He said, I was very, very careful not to say it. I wanted to. Yeah, like he wanted to say it. That much is very clear. That he is all on board for Hassan and Crew's Zionism cheat code, where... You know, you can use the word Zionism in place of Jew. See, they found the cheat code. Now we can make fun of the Jews without making fun of the Jews.
So I was 100%... my predictive energies is unparalleled.
I'm going to think about Ethan's feelings and not mention this. Fast forward to him...
Dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, actually, who cares? Who cares, bro?
Reacting to my video, he's just outright calling me a fucking Nazi.
Is it a... Because I can already hear the fucking comments coming, and I can already hear you guys going, oh, now he's saying he doesn't care, when the whole point was that he said it personally, so maybe it's not true then. Maybe Ian was right. See, he really doesn't care. That's not what he means when he says, I don't care. What he's saying is, I don't care if you use it in your video fucking slandering me anyway. Like, this doesn't make you better. Like, at that point, like, if you're gonna make a content cop fucking slandering me, then go all in, then say it at that point. Who cares?
Coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video, and he's holding a swastika one. I mean, we can free Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy, unless you're Jewish, of course.
Ethan,
once again, posting my dubs. Why did I call you a Nazi?
Posting my dubs.
Does anyone want to guess? Does anyone want to guess?
I think
swastika
I know the
sword?
answer.
Go ahead.
It was posing with a sword. He made sure to
Swastika
face it to the
sword.
camera, and it had
The same thing I said. It's not that you shaved your head. It's that you shaved your head. You made a video with his rogues gallery of enemies, some of which made a Jew to Arab tier list, and then posed in a video with a swastika sword. And don't act like, he just wanted a cool looking sword and he didn't think about it. He absolutely thought about it. There's no other way to interpret that. He could have held that sword 100 different ways, but he purposefully held it in a way that would show he purposefully held it like this, so you see the hilt. He could have held it like this, could have held it like this, could have held it like this. There's 100 different cool poses that you can do with a sword that don't show the whole, front of the hilt, but he had to show the front of that hilt. Yeah, it was intentional. There's no other way to read that.
a swastika here.
What's a swastika? It's what the Nazi. It's the Nazi flag, right?
Right.
Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
Oh, did Ducky and
and even Hassan, as I mentioned when we covered the content deputy itself, even he refers to it as the swastika one, the swastika sword. He doesn't think about Bleach. He admits he doesn't watch Bleach. He probably said that to iDubbbz or introduced it to iDubbbz as the swastika sword. If iDubbbz picked it up, he probably said that exact line. He went straight for the swastika one, and then they all had a laugh. Or he handed it to him and told him to use the swastika one because it would be funny. Because they think dog whistles are funny. Because yes, it was a fucking dog whistle.
Rocky, say hi.
Not until I finish the
Just
video.
keep playing it.
He looks pretty calm.
Keep
Ducky
playing
looks...
it.
Hold on, this is very cute. We got to see this.
We're running low on time, so we.
This is more important. This is more
We
important.
also don't have a camera.
Oh, we don't? Olive wants to play with him. He's trying to give him his bone. Aw,
you're
she's so sweet.
All right, I'm about to fast forward past
Olive.
this. Get back to the content. I don't have time to direct our whole fucking podcast.
This is more important. Everything's on pause.
All right, I'm gonna skip past him fucking with his dog here. All right, here we go.
We saw multiple clips of Hassan calling it the swastika sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My mind changed, actually. I don't know if you can fathom that. My mind changed from when you showed me to when I called you a Nazi. That's really incredible stuff.
Up a random sword in Hassan's room that was laying around. That could be the
It's
end
just a
of the
random
discussion.
sword.
You don't actually need to debate Hassan about the sword hilt.
Okay, well, like, is this really your business to be dictating?
He's been doing that a lot. He really wants to tell us what
He's
content
running
we should and
defense for
shouldn't be
Hassan.
making and what we should and shouldn't talk about.
And what's anti-Semitic and what is it? Ian is so sensitive to all these social issues. He would never dream of doing this to any other group of people. But when it comes to Jews, it's shut up, Jew bag. I mean, literally, he's like, shut up. You're dreaming of it. What a fuck. These people are just straight up racist. Left
The
it up.
decision making
If
of
it was a mistake, he could have deleted it.
But I'm not going to delete the.
I won't go as far as to say they're straight up racist. Well, maybe not iDubbbz. Not yet. I mean, obviously, Frogan and the other lot who did their Jew to Arab tier list, I mean, there's no other way to read that other than just straight up racist. Because if you replace Arab and Jew on that, or replace Arab at the top with, let's say, white, and replace Sabra or Love Sabra at the bottom with Loves Chicken, tell me it wouldn't be racist. Tell me it fucking wouldn't be racist. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's no other way to fucking read that, dude. And that's gaslighting to think so. But I will be charitable, even though he doesn't deserve it, and say that maybe he's not. But he's definitely okay with racism, even if he's not racist himself, which I would argue is just as bad.
The photo, because that would
God
be
forbid.
indulging in your weird anti-Semitic fantasies.
We can free Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that?
I'm done being nice to Ethan.
Oh, is that right? You're done being nice. Okay. Uh-oh.
What
this
kind of
as
logic is
Hassan
that? He is saying that it was by chance.
Yeah, he says a random sword. One
But
out of
he's
10.
not going to remove the photo because you are still indulging in
Oh my God.
My anti-Semitic
Dude.
fantasies. What?
The fact that he says it
Unbelievable.
was a random sword kind of proves the point. There was 10 swords we know, at least, and they randomly chose one of them that happened to be the one with the swastika that he happened to be holding just in the right way to be.
Yeah, there's no fucking way it was random. There's zero shot. Even if you did pick it out at random, there's no way that Hassan didn't laugh about it or that group didn't laugh about it and refer to it as the swastika sword and go, he immediately reaches for the swastika when they're laughing. There's no way you didn't notice it or that someone didn't point it out to you. There's no way you didn't notice the hilt. And even if you wanted to play it off like you didn't, I mean, you pointed it at the camera in a pre-recorded video. It's not like it was on a live stream. So even if you hadn't noticed it up until that point when editing the video, you would have. Somebody would have. There's no way that it got past that many people unnoticed completely randomly. And, you know, then the video goes live and now you want to play it down. I'm sorry. This is a piss poor excuse. No one's buying this. No one should be buying this. Anyone who's buying it is just admitting that they're okay with anti-Semitism. That's it. That they're on the same boat as him. That they're okay with it. They might not be anti-Semitic, but they're okay with it in general.
Facing the camera in both ways. In a video, accusing a Jewish man of hallucinating anti-Semitism. This is what Hassan was
not a
doing.
coincidence.
You can't even concede why I would think that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a delusion. I mean,
As the kids would say, could you not just admit at some point that, okay, yeah, it's a bad look, but that's not what we were trying to do? Like you can't even do that?
sorry, bro, but you're a fucking racist. There's no other conclusion to.
Yeah, the more you deny it, the more racist it makes you look. Just admitting that, oh man, I hadn't thought about it when we did it. I'm sorry. It really, like, just apologize and go, dude, I'm sorry. I really didn't look at the sword. I get it's a bad look. I understand why you think. Yeah, just doing that would make you seem less racist than trying to act like it wasn't. That makes you seem more racist.
Draw from this. Even if it was an accident, what you're doing right now is extremely fucked up.
Yeah.
You know? God forbid you take down the post. Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that?
I'm done being nice to Ethan. I gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last video was real.
Well, if that's the case, then, bro, you are...
You didn't learn empathy at 31, apparently. You just pretended to. That, or you honestly don't know what empathy is, and you're still figuring it out.
If that video was a real attempt of you trying to be sincere, empathetic. I mean, play the thing again, Dan. Yeah.
I gotta get
This
one
is
of those
him
for stream. I
being
gotta get that.
empathetic?
I gotta figure out how to do the transparency thing so I could just play that.
Getting in a room with all of the people that have been harassing me and doing this.
That's
This
so
is the
good.
grown-up thing to do.
I have
Is
so
this-
many
this is
uses
the
for that
grown-up thing.
technique too. There's so many other
No more
stuff I could
Fortnite
overlay
dance
over my
for you.
stream, not just
And by
that.
the way, he's lying because if you guys remember, Dr. Honda went on video and said Ian told him that he had to rewrite the ending when he wouldn't change my score. And Dr. Honda gave him the idea to say something nice about me, and then he reached out for people to do it. It was an afterthought, you liar. It's not even true. Oh my.
We didn't react to that one on stream, and I'm wishing I did because that doctor ended up taking that video down, I think, because he got tired of all the backlash and stuff he was getting from it. He said his piece, but he didn't want it to be up there forever. I don't know. Yeah, like, he's not a drama guy, so I can understand why he's trying to avoid the drama, but he put that piece out because he was getting hate from people for being in the video, so then he puts out a piece explaining why he's in the video, and then he got hate from people who liked the fact that he was in the video for coming out about it. Like, unfortunately, when you're caught in between, like, these two groups, especially if you're a creator like him, there's no winning. And that's why I felt bad for the guy, because he wasn't told anything about any of this. He wasn't let in on the script or the purpose of the video. They straight up tricked him into being in the video to try to hopefully get the score changed. And when it didn't work out the way he did, and he had to tell him what this video was for, then he gives him the advice of, hey, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe you should try to say something nice about him, try to be positive. And then you frame that as if it's a bad thing. Like, and now you're trying to like take credit for it as if you've got empathy. All your fans made it sound like it was a bad thing and attacked the poor doctor, so he took the video down. And you're trying to now take credit for it now that that video is down to contradict you. It's so fucking pathetic. All of it's fucking pathetic.
God, that's what I'm saying. How do I deal with?
Yeah, I feel your pain, man. His reaction is totally justified.
Having crash out moments in the same way that denims could have crash out moments. I think we're all capable of it, but he was using it in the video to suggest that I was making fun of his mental health.
To my good friend. What do you think crashing out means? He's so stupid. He's a dumb.
True. Yeah, when someone crashes out, it's because they have an emotional outburst or they're having a mental break. It's what a crash out is. A crash out isn't someone who stubbed their toe and got mad. It's you're having a mental break, man.
Dumbest person alive.
He was using it in the video to suggest that I was making fun of his mental health.
To my good friend Ian of
How do
8
you deny
years,
that?
I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial, weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of...
How do you deny that? This
It's
is
so
like
obvious.
the ADL thing all over again. How?
You broke him. Your stupidity broke Ethan. Holy shit. I mean, I'm right there with you, but I understand. This may be the dumbest video I've ever seen. iDubbbz may have just taken the crown as dumbest content creator on the internet. It's that bad.
I feel so gaslit.
That's the point.
That I have to once again pose the question back to them. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? And Ian's answer would be, not even close enough. That's his answer. Right. Ian was like, the doors were wooden, guys. It can't hold gas. Trust me.
Yeah, there were swimming pools. There were swimming
pools, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Ian was like, okay, so you're telling me you could bake 6 million cookies? All right.
Your mental health, every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
Play it again, Dan. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we pretending?
What do you think someone on the internet?
Destination, the beach is surprisingly dangerous.
One more time, in case you guys forgot how obscene this whole thing is.
Nothing was out of context. Everything was correct. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist.
This, unironically, may be the only time that man has been honest on stream. And it was during a fake stream for a video. But still, this may be the only time you'll get an honest clip from Hassan.
Terrorist. I am a vicious anti-Semite. It's
understandable.
True. Most
that
importantly,
you're going through this
Ethan
right now,
is more
Ethan.
attractive
We
than
all
me,
go
both
through
physically
this.
To characterize
and also
anything I'm
mentally.
doing.
I've been lying about everything, Nuke, and he was right about that too. How did he know everything? How?
I love the glasses thing. That's obviously the most substantial criticism I have of you. Got me.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up.
Pointing to something else that could be affecting you. Even
Why are they
though
watching
could
this
be
again?
saying, if you get help, we all need help. Everyone on this.
Oh, are we trying to show how empathetic he was being in his video filled with empathy?
I don't care how you get it. You can wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip.
Did anybody see the edit of this intro? I'm gonna have to find it and play it on stream at some point, where they redid it, but they did voices. They voiced over all of them to like they kept doing the wake up thing, but when they got to Frogan, it was just the Jabba the Hutt noise. Every time they went, got fucking lost it, dude. They just they voiced over him with the most soy voices that they could find, and trying to make fun. It was good. It was a good edit.
I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help, but if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't.
Look, even when he's walking past holding the sword, he's waving it in front of the camera so you can see the hilt. Like he was very conscious to leave the hilt perfectly visible every time he showed the sword. No one playing with the sword or like posing with it is going to show you the hilt at all times. They're going to do this with it. They're going to hold it like this to the side. Like there's going to be other poses. Every single pose doesn't point the blade directly at the camera. It's very fucking intentional.
Seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I'm seeing online in my video from Ethan and Elon is that I didn't mention the CPS.
There's really just one central... guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's the worst video ever made by the dumbest human being that's ever breathed air. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just unfathomably bad. That's how I feel, man. I just...
Are these the drops of empathy?
That's Cannibal... Wait, what was his name?
Corpse Husband.
Oh, Corpse Husband.
Yeah, but the drops?
What?
Yo, rip to the goat.
Was it drops of empathy? Is that what we're hearing?
I think Zach was just trying to show that I'm as exasperated.
No. You said that Ian was the dumbest human being to breathe or something along the lines.
Oh, and then he breathed.
Breathing, yeah. But, you know,
Very good.
Here's the drop of empathy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One drop. Point that
One
I
drop
want to
rule.
make here. My good friend Ian
service is us fired up. The
CPS call happened.
Wait, let me go back.
It needs help. I don't care how you get it.
This part is insane too.
To something else
I can't,
that could be affecting you.
I'm so sorry, guys, that I'm pausing it so much. This is the most obscene ever.
Yeah, there's so much bullshit to react to. It's hard not to, but you need to get through the video because it's so long. And we're only like 10 minutes. There's no way they get through this whole thing. There's like 30 minutes left on this podcast. I'm going to have to edit the fuck out of this VOD so much to make it digestible so it's not like 4 hours long. Because I wasn't even trying to watch a full 4-hour podcast. And dude, yeah, there's so much stupidity packed into one video. It's hard not to have to pause so often to add the context that he left out and to unpack this shit.
Second is oozing with idiocy.
Of me saying, if you get help, we all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help. I don't care how you get it. You can.
I'm sorry. Play it, Dan. I am so sorry for not taking your plead for me to get help seriously. Why would I must be the biggest idiot in the world to think that you were being serious when you told me to get help. You know what? Wow.
Wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help, but if it helps you.
This is the part where you say, well, what I define as help is venting on the internet to a live chat during a podcast and having chat show me the support, because why talk to one therapist when I could talk to a bunch? You know, why talk to my chat as my friends? You know, something, just talking publicly to have the public remind me that I'm not crazy. Maybe that's help for him. This is where you say that part. Because then he'll have nothing to say in return to it. Probably. I don't know. He'll think of something.
That would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help.
Again, he's doing it again.
Yeah, concern trolling. Pretending like he gives a fuck. That's all this is. It's concern trolling.
Yeah.
He's doing it again. But you can't. So this is the part that's so weird about this whole thing. Ian knows that telling someone to get help is not nice, right? Like, he knows that that's right. We all know if you're like, hey, get some help. And if you said it in a snide way, like obviously he's doing in this whole video.
I feel like everything he knows is like, depends who you say it to.
Yeah, it's concern trolling. Oh, bless your heart. I'll pray for you. When that old church lady says that, what she means is, I'm going to pray for you to get in a car crash, you piece of shit.
But
it's meant as an insult.
But his audience is pretending like that's not an insult, because we're living in alternate realities. I don't know how to handle this. That's a nice thing. Get help. You're crashing out. He says crashing out isn't making fun of my mental health. What?
Criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
There was not even one mention of CPS.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
So like
without even explaining that at least that's the context, it's pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call.
Why?
Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself? You just immediately, in the same
this part is so bizarre.
Okay, this is what I thought.
Now there's a few things going on here.
Also, the call happened before the podcast and before the visit. It's not like they get call, they immediately visit. They're notoriously underfunded. They got multiple calls. They contact them. They check up on it. Yeah, like there's contact beforehand. It's not like the cops where they just show up and swat you. When you call CPS, CPS contacts you. They contact the school. They try to do interviews and stuff first. They try to talk to you, and then they try to arrange a time to come by. They don't give you a choice in the matter. They're gonna come by, but they don't just show up randomly. So no, they weren't blindsided by it. They were talking about this for a while before it actually happened, probably in private and definitely with iDubbbz.
He's saying,
I wonder why I didn't mention the CPS call, which I'm not saying, my criticism is not that he caused it. It's that he left that context out, which made me look crazy without showing what I'm upset about. But what he seems to be saying is that I'm blaming them. He thought I was blaming them because he goes, I didn't have a chance to defend myself. I mean, what does that have to do with the context?
I took it as he doesn't understand why we are already so upset at them. He didn't have time to defend themselves, but for us, the reason we were upset is that there was the whole campaign leading up to CPS being called of people associated with him perpetuating rumors that, led to that.
I don't even think he got to that.
No.
At least that's the context. It's pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me? And I didn't have any chance to defend myself. You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck Ian and Anissa. And you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were mad because your friends who you were, what we learned from you were co-signing and supporting and agreeing with, were perpetuating a rumor that our kids were eating dog shit.
It's simple guilty by association. You aren't the reason that CPS got called, but you're being friends with the people who were. So by throwing your hat in with that lot, you're guilty by association. You're agreeing with them. You might not have done it by your own hand, but you're happy it happened. That's the complaint. Dumbass. And again, broke Ethan's brain.
Is that the part then that, how did you understand that part? Because that's so confusing.
I think he's saying that I'm accusing them of causing the call. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. You just accused us. It's like, you don't actually think.
No, he's misreading this one. I mean, that's not what they were saying, but I mean, close, but no, that's not what he's saying. He's saying that you shit talked them and then they're supposed to ignore that because you had something bad happen to you. So they were trying to be nice and not mention it. He's framing it as if him not mentioning it was him being nice and not bringing it up. But he had to defend himself from the shit talking, but he didn't want to drag the CPS thing into it. He's framing it as if he was doing you a favor for not mentioning it, which is absolutely fucking retarded and stupid, but yeah, that's basically the picture he's painting here.
I think that's what happened.
At least that's how I'm reading it. I don't know.
Right next to each other said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck Ian and Anissa. And you linked those together, you kind of layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call.
I never said you.
Yeah, yeah.
That was never the claim. And you including the context of it in your video has nothing to, even if I did, by the way, you including the context has nothing to do with if I was mean to you or not. That's just about making a fair and good video. He's saying I started it? What does that have to do with including context in a video you're making? He's saying you were mean to me, therefore I intentionally left the context out to make you look crazy?
No, I'm just saying at that part, I thought he was just trying to lay out that he's saying you guys started with him without giving him the opportunity to defend himself.
But what does that have to do with context?
Nothing.
That's the part I'm stuck on.
What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit?
iDubbbz omitting the CPS call from the content cop should be a bigger story. What's wrong with this post? That's exactly right.
It's saying like, it happened because of the CPS call.
No, what? That's literally, it doesn't say that.
Layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying like, it happened because of the CPS call?
What? That's not what that comment says.
I don't know what to say.
That's not what it says.
I don't know what to say.
That's not what it says on the screen.
Yeah, he's literally gaslighting. He puts something up on screen very briefly to prove a thing that is unrelated to it, because the audience he's talking to isn't going to pause to read it. They're just going to take everything at face value. He knows that. That's the game being played here. Yeah, that has nothing to do with what he's saying. It literally doesn't say what he's like. The words he's saying don't match the words on the screen, but they're not going to care.
Green. iDubbbz omitting the CPS call from the content cop should be a bigger story. The main part of his video is that Ethan and Hila are crazy for asking them to denounce the frog guy. But that was because of the CPS call. It blows my mind that he didn't mention it since it's so crucial to the story.
Yeah.
Even the clips he used were right when the CPS visit happened and Ethan and Hila were super rattled. The video is so full of toxic manipulation and intentional misrepresentation, it's genuinely disturbing.
Yeah, which is accurate.
Am I missing something? It's
breaking his brain, man. This level of stupidity and gaslighting.
Like everything.
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think, but nothing
I'm
happens.
sorry. I'm
God, I
really,
need
truly
clips like that.
confused.
Those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying like, it happened because of the CPS call?
What happened because of the CPS call?
Okay, so those comments were the fact that in Content Cop, you show us so upset from that day that CPS came, and you didn't say what happened that day, which was a big part of the whole story. That's one element. The other element, why were we upset at you guys, is not that we think that you caused the CPS call, is that you did.
Yeah, you're putting two parts of the video together that are unrelated. I mean, they do 4 to 5 hour long podcasts, and we're only going through half of it, and we're already, fucking hours into the stream. But I'm not to edit the fuck out of this video. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, like you're putting together two parts of a bigger context that are unrelated and making it look as if one led to the other. It's purposeful misrepresentation.
Didn't say anything against this rumor that people that you associate with were spreading.
But Hila, why should you have to explain it? In his own screenshot he provided as proof that we're blaming them, literally just explains what you just said.
God, this feels like... Did you guys ever watch those old Weird Al videos that he would do? Where he would do fake interviews with musicians. So he would take like an interview the musician did with somebody else, but he would chop it up and ask his own questions and like stand in as the person who interviewed him and pretend like he was the one doing the interviewing, even though he wasn't, to make them answer questions. Like he made Eminem say he was gay and stuff like that, doing purposeful shit as a way to misrepresent them in the name of comedy. Now his was all just in good fun, and he made sure that they were okay with it and they were in on the joke. Much different than the malicious way that iDubbbz is doing it, but that's what it feels like, where he's taking clips of another thing and clipping it all together to make it sound like it's his thing. It's fucking disgusting. I mean, it's great when it's done for comedy, like when Weird Al does it, but when it's done this way, it's disgusting.
Guys,
the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself, you just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck.
A chance to defend yourself from what? Before what?
And Anissa. And you linked those together, you kind of layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all the...
This was what I tweeted on some post where they were talking about how blah, blah, blah. Hope Ethan learns from this, yet no fucking mention of the CPS call once.
Yeah.
Ian attempting to call somebody out without mentioning CPS is top tier gaslighting.
What's this guy?
This is saying the opposite of what he says it says. And that's like, I'm living in a crazy world where nothing is not anything. World. Up is down, left is right, cats are dogs. Denims is funny or interesting. Hassan is factual. Hassan loves Jewish people.
These fucking comments on your Reddit saying like, it happened because of the CPS call.
What happened because of the CPS call?
That's not what they're saying. They're saying, how could you keep that information out of Content Cop?
What does he mean? What? He says, What does he mean? Please explain
What
it.
are all
Somebody.
these fucking comments on your Reddit saying, like, it happened because of the CPS call?
What happened because of the CPS call?
Who the fuck knows? Yeah, this is a way that they talk. You'll notice it with Hassan, you'll notice it with Denims, you'll notice it with Frogan, you'll notice it with that crowd. They have this way of talking, it's almost Mad Lib style, like what he's doing there. What happened because of the CPS call? He's never going to answer that question. It's all implied. So they do this where whoever's the viewer watching it, the Hassan fan, the people who are they can find whatever context they want to find in the video by inserting whatever they think it's about and use that as proof. Everything is open to interpretation. And that's very intentional so that they don't have a message. Their audience fills in the blanks for them. That's what he's doing here. It's a nice little bit of media training he got from his new friends.
Going off on them in that episode? I think that's what he's talking about. I don't know.
To the general population, it looks stupid. You look stupid. But to those people who are looking for a reason and are for looking because they going in with a hate boner for somebody or some group, whatever, political or not, they go in with a preconceived notion and they're just looking for someone to verify what they already think. So if you say things in a certain way, Fox News does this a lot too with we're just asking questions. Yeah, it's the definition of propaganda, but these are all tricks that they use. This is what happened when that propaganda is applied to an individual and not a political party. And Ethan is the target of that. So you're getting to see it in real time, how it affects an individual person instead of a political party. That's what this is.
Okay, then that is what happened. That is why.
But then he's like, but not because we think you called CPS.
We never said that, of course.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
My brain is gonna fucking melt.
I don't entirely blame your audience for getting confused because number one, it's a fucking cult, and number two, you can't even get the time.
The guy who is leeching off of Hassan's audience, calling a different audience a cult, is fucking. This level of irony should be illegal. This is fucking rich.
Line straight. So if anyone's watching your dumbass, their brain is also going to get scrambled.
Be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. So again, he's not. He said you guys are in a cult. Just saying.
As he watches iDubbbz's content, and it's literally scrambling Ethan's brain as he's watching it.
He came for you guys.
You did just scramble my brain a little bit, though.
He scrambled my brain.
Yeah, he's scrambling the brains,
with
man.
his idiocy, Jesus. In the context, what was the okay, I'll play this part. Did you guys ever find the context of what I was talking about here? Because I feel like I wasn't even talking about him. I could be wrong. I just don't remember ever saying. He shows. Like, if I did say that,
I thought you were talking about them, about Anissa and Ian in that clip.
That's the same clip of
it's all the
when
part of the same
CPS was
clip.
called.
Yeah.
Same clip.
It's part of the same conversation.
You completely.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
That I lost track of something? Like there was never a timeline issue.
Wiped your brain of what happened during the CPS stream. That's not my fucking fault. That's no one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum. He says muddying the timeline. You attacked us before any CPS visit.
But not before the CPS call.
What does that have to do with anything?
The reason we were upset was already before CPS came because people you associate with
weeks
kept
leading up to
spreading this rumors.
Yes, the rumor that led up to it.
Frog.
Also, there was more than one call.
I don't know what's so hard to understand.
What? Please help me.
No one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum of like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not true about CPS, whatever. Like the bare minimum. It came up because the extreme timeline confusion. We expressed sympathy for Ethan Yale on our podcast 4 days after he attacked us. Is that true? I remember being some kind of snide, weird remark. They were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved. I think, which, yeah, as a friend, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting involved. It's like, really? You're not getting involved when your friends are... You don't want to. You're not gonna pick a side. Like,
didn't they already say in that one that you should get help or something like that? I feel like I remember.
I don't remember, but I remember it wasn't nice. But the thing is, yeah, they did start the convo, because if they never mentioned it, then I would have never.
If you play, I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
This is what I was talking about. You cannot have something terrible happen, be like, yes, let's make some content, and then shit talk your friends of 8 years.
It's got nothing to do with the context.
Notice that he says friends again now. In the last video, they were never friends. Yeah, like, it's whichever one is convenient to his argument. Oh, we're friends for 8 years. But in the last video, he didn't want to look like he was attacking his friend of 8 years, so they were acquaintances. They were at best coworkers. They made some content together, and that was it.
I don't care. You can't make a video characterizing me like I'm crazy and not explain the very important context of why that is. That's what the problem is. I don't give a fuck about if I talk shit about you, if I was mean to you, what you said. None of that is material. It's that you omitted important context. What are we fucking talking about?
So fired up, I don't even know what to do with myself, which is why I'm crying. On that, I don't know if that's a good state to be in life.
That's that. Kind of spin.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
For anyone confused about the timeline,
Dude,
Ethan was talking shit about us on his.
Now I want to see him and analyze this timeline, because he says call to CPS happens here, but what he means, he says call to CPS happens there, but what he means is the CPS visit happened. The call came before the visit. There were multiple calls before the visit. Like, this was CPS doesn't come from one call. Like, they get numerous reports. They got mass calls, and one of those calls, or maybe more than one, but we know for certain one of those calls claimed to be someone close to Ethan. They got a bunch of anonymous calls, but one of them was claiming to be someone close to Ethan. So it's probably a bunch of people from H3 Snark that called, probably a bunch of calls, and most of them just reported the poop thing, but didn't want to say who they were. And one of them lied and said, oh, I'm someone who works with him. Yeah, just like ran off of it. At least one of them said that. After enough calls, they're kind of obligated to check, and they probably called the clients and tried to schedule an appointment and tried to work with them. So they knew this was coming. This isn't like a blindsided thing. So at some point between March 1st and March 3rd, a bunch of calls came in. If not on March 1st. It was probably even before then, because that's only a 2-day time span. Ethan is being publicly in touch with blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it was probably during that time frame. And he most definitely mentioned it to his friends in private and, said he didn't want to talk about it, especially publicly. And then they mentioned it on their podcast publicly, so because they wanted to stay out of it, which I'm in agreement with him. There is no staying out of it. When your friend gets in a beef with one of his biggest enemies, you can't play the fence there and want to be friends with both. Like, at some point, you have to pick a side. Like, you can't be friends with both. One of those sides is going to influence the other. One of those sides is going to influence you. At some point, you have to pick a side. You can do that for a little bit, but at some point, as their feud escalates, you will be caught in the middle of it. You can't sit on the fence forever when that's happening. You have to decide either which friend you like more, or which friend's more important to you, or which one's right, and that's the one you back. You can't, or you drop both, and that's the only way to stay out of it, is to just drop both friends. If you want to be friends with someone, and they're having a feud with someone else that you're friends with, and it gets this serious at some point in time, you have to pick a side. You just have to. I'm sorry, that's reality. I know you want to be friends with both, but there comes a point where that's not possible.
Instagram before any CPS shit.
Yeah, because about
fraud.
So he's omitting the fact that his friends were spreading this rumor leading up to it. They're the cause of it.
Yes.
He's omitting that to make it seem like we're just raving about them for no reason. Why does he think we were mad at them?
And then the big major event was when CPS came to our house, and then we were really upset.
Yeah, so March 3rd.
Shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit on March 7th.
Again, for the same reason.
Okay, never mind. He does do call to CPS visit. So you're showing that the shit talking did happen before the visit, but after the call. Like, your timeline doesn't even match up with the stuff you're saying then. What the fuck?
That you weren't speaking out against your friends who are basically doing what?
Basically, what he's saying is on March 5th, right there, where you're claiming he's talking shit, that was him asking you to speak out about it, and you didn't want to get involved, and then they got mad that you didn't want to get involved, and you're calling that talking shit. That's not talking shit. That's them being justifiably mad. Had you spoke out in their defense on March 5th, as someone who knows them, who's been to their house, you could have prevented the CPS call, the CPS visit from happening. The call had already happened, but you could have prevented the visit. That was the problem, was no one was coming to their defense, and the only thing CPS had to work with was these crazy people.
What would come to be, which is the CPS come and visit us.
CPS visits Ethan and Hila, and that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast. And let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are about that. And then right next to that, right after it, you guys talk about me and Anissa. But you don't just talk about us. You shit talk us, and you imply that we're friends with people who are doing...
I mean, there were two different segments. They do a really long podcast. They stop talking about one topic and they move on to the next one. It doesn't mean that those two topics are related. You're conflating, you're like putting them together to be like, you talked about this, then you talked about us. So you're making it seem as if that this all happened in a short time frame, so people would go, oh, it's their fault because he talked about them next. But they talked about that for like 2 hours and then moved on to another thing. They take a break. They make it clear that they're moving on to another topic. That's just not the way that would work. But I want to know what you mean by shit talking. Let's see how they interpret what shit talking is.
Doing this.
You are.
Who are the ones who are harassing you?
You are.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have evidence?
Are you denying it?
That H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say that?
Random anonymous
Did I say that?
Wait,
what are you trying to show? I said they're primary responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the fuck? So I don't know.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump.
Oh, because the title was Snark called the CPS on us? Yeah, okay. I mean, listen, obviously, I never claimed to know exactly who called fucking CPS.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to hinge their entire thing on, is the fact that you don't know for certain it was them. I mean, every piece of evidence points to it being them, but without physically being next to the person holding the phone, there's no way you can know. It's an anonymous call. I think it's obvious who it was, but they're going to latch on to that plausible deniability like for dear life, because it's all they have to go with is that, well, you don't know for certain. It couldn't have been us. Yeah, and that it's an unwinnable argument from that standard, but anyone with any common sense can look at this and put two and two together. It should be obvious. Even though you can't prove it, it's one of those things like, I can't prove this is true, but I know it is. You know? Like, Bill Maher has a whole like running bit on his show about, I can't prove this is true, but I know it is. Like, this is one of those moments.
No.
The rumor originated from that community and spread everywhere from there. This part is going to blow your guys' asshole right out.
Jump to Ethan.
It's like trying to prove a negative. I can't prove that there's no Bigfoot, but I know there's not. I know it to be true. I know it's that Bigfoot's not real. I can't prove Bigfoot's not real because you're asking me to prove a negative, but I know it to be true. Yeah, it's basically that.
In Hila's defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Hila.
Really?
And I do mean that literally.
Yeah,
there was
how?
this H3.
He hit.
Oh, he is going to go with the... Oh, let's see if they interpret that to mean what I thought it means, which is basically he's co-signing the shit all over their house, which would be wild because he's been to their house. But that was what was just implied here.
Hit us with the shitty pun, guys. And he did a pop sound.
He jumped to Ethan and Hila's defense.
Oh, that was you?
You said it's going to blow your asshole out.
Oh, you were fast with it.
Yeah.
Because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Hila. And I do mean that literally. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual.
Bro, what's with the dumping obsession? This guy's got a scat fetish.
This is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible.
I think dumping as per usual is gonna need to be a soundbite too.
Dumping as per usual, Zach.
I'll pull it.
Isolated.
His own health. He was talking about his caca breath. His dog.
My caca breath?
I think Dan said that.
He said I was talking about my caca breath?
I think Dan said that. He said you have caca breath. I remember listening.
Well, I think maybe you had said that you had bad breath or something, or you were burping and had bad breath.
Oh,
you were farting out of your
the sulfur burps.
Yeah, you farting out of
I
your
think
fucking
I
mouth.
remember it being very funny.
Farting out of your mouth.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't a serious convo, you know.
I was serious.
Every convo on your podcast is serious to them because they need people to take you seriously so that they can clip you out of context. Yeah. They're never going to reference the fact that you're a comedy podcast and not a political one like what they what they do.
Yeah, I know you are.
Talking about his own health. He was talking about his caca breath. His.
Sounds funny.
Why is this in the video?
I will never forget Dan's delivery when you were explaining all the symptoms you guys were having, and Dan's like, "And what'd you say? How'd you phrase it?
And what do I do to
And
make
what do
sure
I do
I
to not
don't
get
get
it?
that?
Caca breath.
Keep playing it.
Okay.
Dog having diarrhea. His dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has.
Yeah, so he's going to push that narrative, which means that he is fully on board with them. This is going to be another example of saying it without saying it. That's what's about to happen here.
Giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
Oh,
And now Ela has giardia.
Shut. For real?
Which he was clearly joking at this point because he's saying everybody has it. Now I have it. Now you're going to get it. Everybody's got it. Yeah, it's that. People used to make jokes like that around COVID time, and we all understood those. But I guess when Ethan makes a joke concerning giardia, which is way harder to get, which is so ridiculous to get. Like the only way for a human to get it is to ingest poop. But him making a joke about that means that everyone has it. But when people made jokes about COVID, which almost everyone got, we understood. Okay.
Now, I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my God.
What can I do to not get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because I'm not trying to get it.
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Talking about the.
Okay, he does say
No,
the
I
thing.
go. I think I explained further that it's like I think he got it from a surface, from a toy, from a lick, something, not from literally eating
Yes.
poop.
Right.
A poop.
He did. You said he probably licked the floor, which, again, these are childless people who don't know how children work, but anyone who has children will tell you, babies put everything in their mouth and fucking lick everything. You can't keep your house. Like, they're going to get sick. They're supposed to get sick. It's how they build an immune system. This is why it's instinctive for them to do that. It's how they build their immune system. And they will literally lick and touch everything. You can't sanitize every fucking inch of your house. They will lick the floor while they're on it. They will lick. I walked up to my back door once, and my daughter, at the age of like 2, is suction cupped onto the back door window, the screen door window, like a fucking algae eater in a fucking fish tank, just tongue in the glass. I'm like, oh my God, stop! Like, they're gonna do that shit. There's nothing you can do about it. That's just what babies do, man.
Particle. Most people who get giardia get it from contaminated water and stuff like that.
And Olive sheds. It could be on one fur.
It could be on shedding. It could be on a toy she brought in from outside. It's a million things.
Viscosity of his child's shit.
Why did you care about that? Okay, this part's really weird, guys. To ingest
Really
my
stupid.
poop.
Talking about the viscosity of his child's shit.
And although meanwhile he is covered in viscous, low viscosity, diarrhea.
He mentioned.
Why do you care that I mentioned the viscosity of my child's shit?
These are all reasons why we watch the show.
What does that have to do with anything?
Sometimes it's a show about.
Yeah, he's just highlighting poop jokes. So they made poop jokes. It's a comedy podcast. It's funny.
Nothing, you know?
Diarrhea a lot.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy diarrheas. You wash your hands. Is this part of justifying CPS call?
Yes, it is actually.
Okay. As best you can, but these are really nasty diarrheas. And then extremely foul smelling diarrhea. This dude's got the gnarliest shits. We need to send CPS over there. There is something not right.
And he's got caca breath.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro.
This is
First
so
of all, I do not have
retarded.
caca breath.
This whole argument is so retarded.
No, shut up, Dan. I take my oral hygiene extremely serious, okay?
That is true.
I take great care of my mouth and teeth, and I have no caca breath. Please.
So you want some fucking tea?
By the way, any parent out there will relate. We talk a lot about our kids' poop, especially when you have babies. It's a big news. It's a big part of your day. You need, was it a good poop? Was it a bad poop? What color was it?
I've had a poopy weekend. I have.
Oh, you have a
bunch of-
baby now.
Yeah, I have a bunch of photos on my phone.
Do you see?
You know what's funny?
Huh?
There was a point where we had a newborn and
a puppy?
and I was like, my life is just shit all day, picking up shit, cleaning shit,
Yes.
changing diapers. It was just shit. Everything was shit. Yeah, you are childless. That's all this means. Fucking epic, dude. Let's call CPS.
Yeah.
So, of course, Ethan, having made so many enemies over the years, other people
Oh,
react
God, I
to
hate
his
the Star
content.
Wars shit
and
so
when
much.
other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop,
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
people are quite reasonably concerned.
No.
And so,
Not
yes,
reasonable.
anyone
No.
who's seeing that content might be concerned enough.
Okay, this
It's
is Matt.
not reasonable, actually.
Pulls up these clips from our chat.
Yeah, which are clearly look at what's on screen. Doo-doo family, bro. The client's household always going to be crazy. Household is always going crazy with nasty stuff. Caca clients. These are all very clearly jokes. They're memeing.
As proof that our audience is genuinely concerned.
It's that level of stupid.
Kaka Kleins. It was her. I think it was Amy P that called CPS. Or Jeff, bro. The Klein household is always going crazy with nasty stuff.
Doo-doo family?
And then the worst of all, the one he led with, the most damning, Doo-doo
Doo-doo.
family.
Doo-doo family.
Interestingly, the Doo-doo family commenter left a comment. Hold on.
Do.
This person came and left a comment.
It's
Wait,
even
it's
on
a
their
different one. It's
soundboard.
the
It's a
Klein poop
joke.
Oh, it's a Klein Poop House.
It's
Klein
another
Poop
one.
House.
My chat ended up on iDubbbz Content Deputy. I said the Klein Poop House is a joke.
That's a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. Everybody knows that. Don't worry.
I think there's more to come. Let's see more people calling you Kaka Klein.
To call CPS, including
Wait, hold
Ethan's
on.
content reasonably concerned. And so, yes,
Yeah, they seem really
anyone who's
concerned.
seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way,
What is happening in your house? The Klein household equals Chernobyl? Ethan Klein eats poop? Yeah, this is obviously just memeing. They're joking at how ridiculous this is. Which, yeah, it is.
it's not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream.
Ethan has poo-poo hands.
Those are people concerned.
Ethan eats poo.
So there are 26,000
That's what
people
concern
listening
looks
to
like.
Ethan.
Get this man a bubble. The Kleins are playing Human Centipede. How does that happen? Everyone got dysentery. It's like the goddamn Oregon Trail in your house. These
are
people
clearly
sound
jokes.
extremely concerned. Versus,
Your
by
chat
the
sounds
way,
awesome.
Denim's chat, which is call the CPS. Call CPS.
Oh, yeah.
You're abusing your child. Your child should be.
Yeah, there's no jokes in Jenham's chat. It's call CPS, call CPS. It's very clearly a call to action. This is all memes. This reads like a Twitter thread.
Taken away from you.
Right.
There's no Oregon Trail up in this bitch.
Go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea, viscosity of
I'm eating, bro. He inhaled the pesto special. You gave the dog that Ethan, you are patient zero in your house.
diarrhea, his child having giardia, him and his whole family having giardia. They're calling it the poop house. Now, what
This is comical.
It's the
how
poop
bad
house,
it is.
guys. Therefore, checkmate. CPS call it very justified. So this is funny. He says maybe it was one of your fans. How do you know it was even Denims? Well, I'll tell you. This originally aired on. We have the date. Here it is. Here's the timeline. I told this story on February 17th. Okay. It was a few weeks later that this, or like a week or 10 days later, when the Snark started talking about it, when Denims started watching Bad Empanada's video, where he's saying his kids are crawling around eating shit, actually defaming me. That not that I could do anything about it. I would if he was here. And then 3 days after her stream, the CPS gets called. Now, who do you think did it? Let's be real, Ian. Let's please be real for a second. Do you think it was the stream that happened 3 days prior where everyone was saying call it CPS? Or was it the one that happened a few weeks earlier where everyone was goofing around and having a good time and not taking it seriously?
Mm-hmm. I think it was the H3 cult.
Yeah.
That's the cult.
Emergency. Yeah, we got the poop house, guys. We got a poop house over here at this address.
They're throwing shit. Send all the backup.
You know, finally, I actually have like one doctor that I have available in text. So, and I have my messages with him around that time when I was like, I don't know what Sunny had. And I told him our suspicion because we just got Olive and she has Giardia, so we're worried that maybe he's got it. And he said it may not be Giardia. Lots of viruses going around. That was one of his responses.
He was right.
And he was right. Oh, imagine that. The actual doctor they talked to was right.
Where was it? Giardia is also chronic and not serious. Just needs to be treated eventually.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about it.
Yeah. Call CPS.
Yeah, and if the doctor's not worried, then obviously it's not a worry for CPS. This is, you know, like you wouldn't call CPS on someone because their child got the flu. You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's not a big deal if you get it. Just treat it and it'll go away. It's not like deadly, not even to a baby.
Extremely common in the wild. Animals, a lot of animals have it. They get it from contaminated water, not from eating shit. It's poop particles, right? That spreads it. And I think the way we were talking about it was like obviously gross, but it was also cloaked in the conversation was cloaked in this. We're talking to doctors. We're getting medical attention. We're being responsible. We're trying to figure out what's happening. And of course, the ultimate detail, which is that nobody had Giardia.
Yeah.
Except Olive.
Except the dog.
Except Olive.
Yeah.
They leave that part out.
But iDubbbz is saying no. Actually, it was your fans that called, and they were actually concerned. What a psychopath. What is wrong with you, dude?
Instead of taking any responsibility for sharing too much on his live stream.
Sharing too much? Like, do I need to be worried that I'm sharing too much is going to have people call CPS? Is that reasonable? You want to talk about sharing too much? Hold on.
The thing is that even if Sunny did have it, it's still not a reason to call CPS.
That's the thing. Nope. Here, I have a statement from a para, I don't know how to call it. Hold on. You want to talk about sharing too much? What the fuck is this, dude? I'm calling.
Well, I want to ask Rajor a question first.
Okay.
Rajor.
Wait, we should get Rajor in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you can.
Well, if you can. I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Well, I want to ask Rajor.
It's the poop pants. Kaka iDubbbz. Are we gonna start all the same memes now? Maybe we should call CPS and have him taken away from Anissa. Jesus Christ. This is like sitcom level writing. Like you couldn't write a fucking TV show more outlandish than the reality of this feud. Oh my god, dude.
Drawer question first.
Okay.
Even if you were trying to write something over the top and ridiculous in the name of comedy, it still wouldn't be as over the top and ridiculous as this guy is in real life.
What is this?
You know, I think, dude, you got shit in your pants, bro. We gotta fucking. You better not ever have a kid.
Jewish.
Okay. You better be wearing a diaper, otherwise you're not fit to have a child. Poo pants, swastika boy. Am I wrong?
This is how childish the insults have gotten. Oh my god. And somehow this justifies a call to CPS.
Am I over analyzing this, or does this seem like extremely humiliating the way she's doing it? And he seems like super not into her sharing that.
Yeah, I see that for sure.
I mean, let's talk about oversharing. You know what I mean?
Yes, because he's a cuck, and she has complete control. I know you won't say it because you want to take the high ground. You don't want to give him that ammunition, but everyone knows it. We can see it. He's a cuck. His wife is in complete control.
I think Anissa is the cuck. She's the cuck. She enjoys watching her husband get fucked.
And obviously,
She's the cuck. People have had this story all wrong.
obviously,
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Poop house.
I think iDubbbz has a humiliation fetish. Like that's the only thing that explains this at this point. He loves doing things that will humiliate him. He don't like it in the moment, like from his face there. He's embracing and just enjoying the humiliation. But then afterwards, he's like, "Oh man, that was fun. I want to do it again." Yeah, he has a humiliation fetish. That's 100% what this is.
House.
Which is why everyone calls him a cuck, because cucks there's usually a humiliation factor to it when a guy is a cuck.
Yeah, that's not a reasonable thing, dude. What are you doing? This is the crazy, dude, of all the things he could have come out here and said, in my wildest dreams, I would never dream that he came out here and defended the CPS call. In my wildest dreams, dude.
That he decides to attack specific creators like Denims and say she was the source of the CPS call because
gee whiz, I wonder why I said that.
Her chat was reacting to Ethan and saying, "Wow, this is concerning."
No, they were reacting to Bad Empanada, dude.
Yes.
They weren't reacting to me.
Bad Emma Panda.
They were reacting to Bad Emma Panda.
Bad
By
Emma
the way,
Panda.
you made a
Is
great
on
video
her
about this morning. I wanted to shout out. AB made a good video about
Yes.
Bad Emma Panda.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I usually don't do that on my own channel, but it's just getting out of hand.
I thought it was a
Yeah,
good
I
video.
thought it was good.
Thank you.
You said what you needed to.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's just insane what these people get up to. Ethan is attempting to smear Denims. Are you actually insane?
Platform right now advocating for our children.
I can't. Do you know what? There's too much to do here. I'm gonna have to end it here.
Yeah.
Because I want to
'cause
properly
it's
I need
4:30.
to like eviscerate this shit. This is
Guess I'm splitting this into 2 videos. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing myself, but yeah, he's gonna have to split into 2 reactions, which I guess this is gonna be a part 1 and a part 2. Although I am gonna edit this one down so it's not as long as his reaction and just get the really good parts. Because goddamn, there's just so much to unpack here.
Denims was watching Bad Empanada talk about how my kids are eating shit, crawling around in shit. My dogs are shitting everywhere. Lying. She's reacting to it and being like, wow, is this true? Oh my God. Her chat is full of people saying, call CPS. And you're saying I'm smearing her?
Yeah.
Who is this person? Who is this? He's like the dumbest, worst idiot that's ever lived.
It's breaking his brain.
Flabbergasted. And let me just, actually, you know what? The point they make, I want to wait till Nate's here because I think he'll enjoy being a part of that one. About how the switching.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So, okay, we're at about 17 minutes. So we'll pick this up on Wednesday.
Did you turn your microphone so the gold?
Did you turn your microphone?
I swear, I heard.
Did you turn your microphone?
You're hallucinating, Ethan. You're hallucinating.
No, I heard it too.
Oh, you're hallucinating too. No.
So, anywho,
all right, so they're gonna leave that there, which means I'm gonna leave that here. So they're gonna pick that up next stream, which means there's more to come, I guess, guys. They're reacting about the way I thought they would and taking this about as seriously as they should. None of this shit should be taken seriously. It's comical. I can't believe anybody actually does. But the H3 fans they're not looking for reasons to hate. They're not looking for like actual criticisms. They're looking for excuses to attack. And they'll take anyone that they can get, no matter how absolutely ridiculous it is. All right, well, thanks for watching this one, guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to catch me when I'm live, that's every night at 11 p.m., roughly, give or take. Follow me on Twitter to see exactly when I go live. And Discord link is in the bottom if you want to call in, join in on the reactions, join in on the conversation. Anyways, thanks for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.